First and foremost, we want to extend our deepest condolences to the McKeska family. We are so very sorry. And I think any one of us who can imagine a mom simply going to the gym in the morning can put ourselves in their shoes. We are heartbroken, but please know that we will not stop until we find those responsible.
Check 1 2 1 2. Shout out to everyone here. I got my Maui gyms on. It's okay. Life is okay. Everything's gonna be great. Shout out to everyone here with the Crypto Lifer. Hope you're having a great morning, great day, afternoon, night, no matter where you are in the world. Thank you for coming to my channel. If you like the vibe that I provide, please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and don't forget to hit that like button and leave a comment. We absolutely love reading the comments, my family, everyone here at the Crypto Lifer Show. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here. Tony, I like turtles in the house. Much respect. I'm not sure what the turtle thing is. You did the turtle thing yesterday. Much respect. I'm losing my voice a little bit, but it is what it is. You can see. But I'm not sick. I promise you not sick. Lifer never gets sick, man. Ate about ready to go under $1. Crypto Greg. I know, right? The whole market looks completely dismal. Sad business going on in the altcoin sector, getting pounded. Brave dog of skinny outpost. Don't buy anything for now. Shades on the hide the red candles. Shades on to hide the red candles. Yeah. Big interest sets whales loose. Rewind time in the market to buy in hindsight. The future of independent finance unwavering. Control mongers seeking more. Interesting. It's so nice to see everyone in it doing live now. I like the vibe. I've been live since day one. Good morning, man, to the myth, the legend. Shout out to Robbie G. Yelling at the market won't change anything. I did turtle thing yesterday. I don't understand the turtle thing. All right, thank you. It's just something so I know who I am. Working. I love you, man. I think it's, as long as you're happy, man, I'm happy. It's an old meme. I like turtles. I don't know a lot of stuff. I spent years researching UFOs and gold and just a lot of topics most people weren't into. So 28,869 was the low. Makes complete sense for Bitcoin, right? And this could be the broadening wedge that I showed you yesterday. Very well could be. Looks a lot like it, right? And we should break to the upside like this. You see this and then move on out. It could also be, look, shoulder head, making a inverted head and shoulder here. So these are possibilities. Could we dump all the way to the end? You never know. Let's take a look. This could be what's considered a bear. You could almost put it in a bear pennant, a bear flag, actually. You could say, okay, we're breaking to the downside. What is that target? Length of the pole is the target. And we've been taking it level by level every single day. 18K. 18K. When there's down says a lot. Richard Hart called 10K Bitcoin. What is your opinion on that? What's up, Lifer? Glad to have your knowledge during these times. Appreciate all you do. Shout out to Jarrett Pitzinger. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for coming on in as we tackle Bitcoin every single day. UFO disclosures coming up by Friday / Pentagon report. Yeah, they're going hard right now with the UFO disclosure as well. Sorry, music is very loud. Yeah, you're right. I did not turn it down. Appreciate you saying that. I agree on 10K. Now people are saying 10K, guys? Oh, come on. What a bunch of 19K, man. Come on. You think we're going to take... Then if you could say 10K, why not just say 3K then? Why not just throw any number you want? Yeah, 10K is coming. Yeah. Come on, man. I don't do stuff like that. I just take it level by level. If there's a measured move, I tell you that's what the measured move is. It is what it is. Right? Richard called 60K peak 2 years ago. Did he really? You guys are funny, man. Maybe he did. Who knows? I don't even know. I believe 24K, no lower. Is Wyckoff still valid? Honestly, I don't know where we're going. 10K, 20. I'm not going to tell you guys I know. That's not what this is about. It's about taking it day by day, staying calm, taking positional strength when you see things, right? Going into projects that you like. But look, today's crazy. Only down tokens are up, like, right? GameStop, like, you know, Roku. Even the market's a little flat, but, you know, coming back on the regular market. I have no idea what will happen now either. We will see. I agree, 10K for ETH at the end of this year, baby. I love this guy. Shout out to Ravi G. 10K or 20K, these generational buys coming. This is a gift. Scoop up the tears and hold for retirement in 2 years. He's true. He's right, too, man. He's right, man. Scoop up the tears, man. Do not sleep. This is Bitcoin, baby. We get to 25K, that'll be a beautiful price to grab Bitcoin, guys. I mean, you won't ever get Bitcoin that low again for the rest of your life, you know? Cherish these moments, cherish these times, man. Now, let's take a look at Binance. Let's take a look at market cap, coin market cap on the daily. Bought futures 20x leverage short on Bitcoin at 32,957, just as it broke the ascending triangle. And joining this ride down tonight, up 237%. And going, shout out to Anko, my man, on the short. Do you know at which level the most will be liquidated? Flash crash. With downtrends, they are buying opportunities. Change the way you look at things. And things you look at change. All day long, man. There's opportunity everywhere in the market at all times. All right, let's see what's going down. In the last 7 days, nothing is up in the market. Isn't that crazy? Nothing. This is not one thing of 10,000 cryptocurrencies in the last 24 hours. Besides getting into Hus USD, funny, just coming out now, but becoming a big market cap. Interesting for that stable coin. True USD. Look at that. And it's funny, all holding a buck, right? Except for Terra. Look at that, falling down to the 99.83. I feel like if it can break 993, it can break anything, right? It just kind of worries me about the stable coins. Hedera, Hashgraph, Wrap Bitcoin, Live Peer, Celsius back to $5. I mean, the strongest coin in the game. Really. That's the strongest coin in the game, only down 10%. Filecoin, one of the strongest coins in the game. Held by a lot of big boys. Remember that. Basic Attention Token back to 44, man. Clayton, they took this, wow, man. They took this market on a dumb city. Litecoin back to 108. Are you kidding me? I mean, synthetics at $5 below where we started the bull market. This is crazy. I'm in a little like, I'm in a state of like just wow. Like, wow. Demolish the market. Now what's crazy is SafeMoon's pumping, right? Take a look at SafeMoon right now. SafeMoon's unwavered. It's like, thank God for SafeMoon. Insane, right? Just may be able to buy some food today. Cherish good YouTubers, unlike the ones hiding right now. Let's take a look here on the 1 minute. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. This says it's dumping, but it's funny. I don't see it dumping, which is weird. Let me see. Damn, it did dump. That's crazy. How did it? Why is, man, my phone's messed up. Giving me wrong signals. Crazy, man. Everything dumped. The whole market. It's almost like everybody bailed, man. Retail bailed on the market. Wow. But you got to remain positive and buy into these projects now. Like, or begin to build a bag. I say Bitcoin. I don't really like trust getting into altcoins in certain times, but I trust building my Bitcoin bag at any given moment in time. They're going to make it seem dismal. I'm telling you right now, they do this over and over and over and over and over again. They get in your mind, they get in your heads, they come out with the news, China FUD, they hit you so hard, it gets hard to wake up. They've done it. I've done it to me 1,000 times. And now I just look at it and I'm like, I don't, like, if money doesn't run me, then they can't control me with money. So as long as money doesn't run me, like, I'm going to take my daughter to a movie tonight and I'm going to enjoy my life. Meme coins were no good, man. Killed the market. D was always hating on the meme coins. They might be the only things pumping today. Last night, a couple meme coins pumped 20x. It's crazy, right? Sad. Meme coins were no good for the market, kill the market, but upside is good to get deals on the real coins. See, there you go. So there's an upside to everything when you look at it, right? Michael Berry's Tesla short. How is that going to go from? We're sitting at the 618 on the daily, but we are overbought. We never got the bounce I thought we would get. So he might be pretty right. You the man, family first, bro. Shout out to Rodney Robinson. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for coming on in and sharing your most precious asset with me, guys. And that is your time. That is your time. As we move through the crypto space, the craziest space in the world, man. Insane. Insane. Well, 30K hold. That's funny, man. So, if you look at, tons of BCC, Polygon, shitcoins pumping every day, even in this market. It's true. Do you know now is a good time to buy ETH? There will be a bottom. Always is. Yeah, good to see you, bro. This is hard. Does it make sense to drop all coins at a loss and transfer them to BTC? I don't like selling anything at a loss. That's why you want to sell when you're up, man. You got to take profits when you're up. Once you're up, you gotta make sure that you solidify the win. Hey, Lifer, love your channel. I am on BCHDOWN since yesterday. Do you think I should close my short or keep it going? Let's take a look. I would just stay in it because you don't know. Right now, you're in the trend. The trend's to the downside. So you're riding the trend the way you got to ride it. Morning, boss. Hope you and your family are well. How long do you think ETH will go? Thank you for all you do. Shout out to Zentians for the $20 super chat. Much respect to you in these hard times. You know, you got resistance coming up at about 219. You're at 186. I believe you'll be able to ride up to there. You are overbought on the daily, though. Extremely overbought in the daily, and you shot up on the RSI. I mean, my thing is take profits. Take profits. Never be greedy. Just take profits. If you're up, take profits. Stop treating this game like a treadmill. Treat it like you're in and you're out. A cold shower. You're in and you're out. Let's take a look at ETH, USDT. Just do the right thing. Take your profits, especially in a market like this. Okay? All right. So ETH collapsing, completely collapsing, right? Shoulder, head, and shoulder decided it probably will break down. Dump Bitcoin to 20K, 1,000. The bears are in control. Liquidate the longs. Hash brown. G. I hear that. So right here, you can see, I mean, you're in a head and shoulder pattern. That should break to the downside. Now, I gave you the downside target yesterday, the day before, when we were looking at ETH. Okay? Bam. That puts us at about 300. I mean, is ETH going back to 300? That would be insane. That's the measured move of this head and shoulder. Okay? Just what the TA says. It, you know, doesn't say it's guaranteed to happen. But we did break big support. Like, there was heavy support right here, which is the previous high of this pennant here that we had going. See? Ascending triangle. And 2,000 was a big deal. The fact that we broke 2,000, not good. The larger question for many is, did the chart suggest Bitcoin lower to 24K, 20K, 18K? Is it too late to tether before BTC fake and rises in price? Appreciate you, everyday lifer. Blessing to you, ETH Ada. Thanks, lifer, for your feedback. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. You'll find yourself in the same situation in crypto time and time again, because what they do is they just really, because for whatever reason, crypto, maybe all trading really, but crypto seems like it plays with your emotions more than anything else. Just to watch an ad before I join, the lifer on the up and up. Nice, man. Hope the fam is great, dude. Magic Shack Media. Shout out to you, man. Don't use Tether if possible. Yeah, I mean, if I used stable coins, I jump in between multiple different stable coins. Some Tether, some BUSD, right? Some true USD. It depends, right? That way you have a multitude. I like to use USDC, BUSD, and USDT Tether, depending on the day, the moment. Now, let's look at what I would be buying today. I want to take a look at VeChain. We're going to take a look at Cardano. Will Cardano break $1? Massacre in the market, complete red, but I take advantage of the red days. I'm telling you right now. You got to do opposite. The fear is in your heart. Everyone is bugging out. That's when you have to use your sense and be like, you know what? Extremely oversold on the daily. Like, extremely with a double bottom. Like, that is a bottom. You see what I'm saying? Last time we were extremely oversold, at least you'll get a pump too. You know? So, playing with the 200-day moving average. Okay, and we're going to take a look at the death cross on Bitcoin as well. I like DAI and USDC. There you go. Appreciate you, everyday lifer. Blessings to you. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. 129 people watching. 63 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would much appreciate it. Okay. So Cardano struggling at a bill. You can see, look, bounce, 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 bounce. Probably a good time to put a short there if we break $1 on Cardano. Because if we do, 37 cents. And this could happen, guys. Everyone says, oh, we can't go lower. Anything can happen in trading. Your wildest dreams can happen. Things. Look how high we went. We went to places we never thought we'd go high. You can go places you never thought you'd go low. 247 for Cardano, right? Just a month ago. If I'm going to TA, BTC should go to at least 25K. But I can see bullish divergence on the 15-minute, and maybe that can put us up above 30K. When do we see a slowdown and maybe see some green? While the D charts look like nasty. Gosh dang. I know it does. We'll take a look at MATIC. We're going to take a look at all our loved coins. Fantom, Algorithm, 69 cents for Algo. And the market just continues to tear your heart out. Damn, man. This market is really a bump and run. Like, get in and get out. No faith in these altcoins, man. Like, I lose no faith in these altcoins. Interesting, man. Doesn't matter how good the tech is. Doesn't matter how great it. I'm telling you right now, when King Bitcoin falls, it takes it all downtown. 1 inch dumping, doing this thing. Crazy how I buy VeChain at 15 cents. Was a steal a month ago. Now it's fearful, but I'm buying more right now. They won't trick me again. VeChain, baby. Let's take a look at my baby VeChain. I sold on my VeChain at about 10 and 8 cents, 10 and 8 tenths of a penny, and I thought I sold it too low when they started pumping it, but thank God I did. Oof. Wow. I mean, and these are just not, honestly, it's like true beatdown style. Shorting the whole market really is the plan at this point. I mean, damn. But now you have too many shorts jumping in, and they're going to have to get liquidated at one point. Let's take a look here at what's going on with ETH, with VeChain. So VeChain coming back to the 786 and to the 886. These are huge retracements. 78% retracements for VeChain. Sitting inside a falling wedge now. And it's funny, see, shoulder, head, shoulder, possible head and shoulder slanted style. See, it's sometimes you can see the pattern, but it's so hidden. It's like hidden inside of a twisted mess, but it's in there. So falling wedge, and we got the 200-day moving through the pattern on the daily. Usually suggests a good sign for reversal. The lowest you usually get is this low from the 200. It's very rare you get any lower. You have to bounce back at least to the average for the price to kind of even fall down even lower. Right? Bounce back up, bounce back up, bounce back, and then get rejected by moving averages. Getting a death cross coming on VeChain. You see that? That will be the day. Yeah, drunken head and shoulders, they call it. There you go. I'm watching ETH. That is on my wish list. Chelsea A. Algo is so good too. Wow. Working while I listen. Bought EOS on 3x leverage, and the portfolio was bleeding like a 13. Oh, come on, man. Crazy how buying VeChain at 13 cents was a steal a month ago. I know. It's insane. See, I'm not a fan of buying into, like, I'm not going to be that YouTuber that tells you just keep buying the dips till you have no money left. Like, I'm going to be that YouTuber that tells you I would wait for a reversal. Like, at this point, like, I bought VeChain at about less than 2 cents. I'm still up a 3x, but, like, come on, man. Like, they're making guys like me start to bleed, and I was up huge, and I got in so early. I am still up. Like, my portfolio is 4x at this point. I'm still 4x in my portfolio, but come on, man. They are like, they're trying to get to me now, and I'm like, Master Guru Chi here. Like, they're really trying their hardest at this point. And I don't understand, why would people sell VeChain? Like, you look at the projects, you look at cryptocurrency, it makes no sense. That's why, like, the market isn't logical. When it pumps to unlogical places. When it dumps to unlogical places. Like, these are definitely undervalued at this point. Like, almost all these projects to me are undervalued. You know? You look at Fantom, VeChain, MATIC. Like, come on now. Like, MATIC, right? I bet it's 86 cents right now. I haven't looked at it yet today. My guess is 86 cents. That just feels right for me. Let's see where it's at. 97. Okay, not bad. I mean, to me, that's when you open up the books and buy MATIC, right? And let's look at the fear and greed index as well. It's just every day you open up the books and get in, and then they make it worse the next day. So back to a 10. I mean, we were in extreme fear just a month ago. Even in a bear market, you can't sit at 10 forever. You get what I'm saying? Like, so this is manipulative market style. Like, this is when they're just like, this is like being held down, you know? It's like, why are you holding me? And we could V-shape recovery right back up in here, and everyone will look back and be like, how? Like, why is MATIC already at $2 again, you know? I'm telling you. I look at that weekly chart, man, and we are so oversold on MATIC at this point. Great sign. Like, the last time we were oversold on MATIC was your buys. The lowest prices you could ever get in. Daily now oversold. Like, 4 hour now getting there. Like, they're going to basically take every oscillator, every time frame down to oversold. Like, I mean, bullish divergence established right there. Swing down to swing down. Swing up to swing up. It's not too bad right there, honestly. So, I will soothe the pain live and let you all know it's okay. I'm going to buy some MATIC right now because it's a great, great project, honestly. And to not hold MATIC is a sin. And to get it this cheap, under $1, I try to make macro ideas in my mind. This could take 2 years to go to $10. Under $1 is great, right? I'm all right. I'm ready to hold for 2 years. I'm ready for the long haul. I'm committed. So let's get it in. So let's build a MATIC bag, right? This is how you win, guys. Your plan is bigger than their plan. They can manipulate you all they want on these up and downs on the daily and stuff, but at the end of the day, if you can hold strong, if you can stay strong, if you can focus in, then it is what it is, man. You know, like, if you know what you want to do with your life, you're like, you know what? I'm going to sell MATIC at $10. The only thing is when it gets to $10, sell it at $10. Don't get sucked in thinking it's going to go to $20. Hit your goals, sell your goals, move on. All right? So look, we're going to get into some MATIC right now. Polygon, so to speak. Solana too, like, these are projects you really want to get down on, in my opinion. All right? So right here, look, you're going to see me do it right now. Pay with a Chase account. And I'm going to buy more MATIC right here. Buy now. $500, not a lot, but I'm going to buy more MATIC. Bam. And I'm going to be like, you know what? I bought MATIC on that dip. If you're not buying on dippy days, on nasty days, then I don't know what to tell you. Right? I don't know what to tell you. So, just something to think about. If you're not using these days to buy and the huge pumps to sell, then you're not playing the market properly. Right? These are the times. These are the days. Look, link back to 15. Are you kidding me? Like, I'm just in like, wow. And you know what? It can go lower. Don't listen to any YouTuber telling you it can't go lower. It's guaranteed to do this. Don't listen to anyone guaranteeing you anything. I can't guarantee you anything but that if you stick with the charts, you will be paid. Your life will pay you back if you stick with technical analysis. You'll be 100 steps ahead of other people. You'll be able to make money. You'll be able to make money in your living room for the rest of your life. I predict 10x subs for Lifer to 100,000. Von Deer, man, much respect. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. If my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. I refuse to sell anything at a loss. I hold solid projects, and I'll hold for 10 years before I drop my bags. Jane Doe, I'm the same way. Shout out to you. That's right. I already said MATIC is a fave buy this year. MATIC bag. When I see MATIC going down, I get excited. Here. Yeah, see, you know, and I put my money where my mouth is. You know, it wasn't a huge buy, but you know what? I'm not an idiot. I know that MATIC is undervalued today, and I know it's still consolidating. And actually, we could see something like, look where MATIC is right now. Look where MATIC is right now. Really one of the strongest coins in the game, if you think about it. Let's take a look at it. Where MATIC is resonating here. 706, that's my beautiful secret Fibonacci level, right? Bounce right off the 706. I've seen the 706 100 times, no problems, right? I'm definitely getting MATIC on this dip. When I see MATIC going down, I get excited. Yeah, I'm definitely getting MATIC on the dip. That's right, I already said MATIC is a fave buy this year. There you go. If my mind had balls, yeah, man. Okay, now, moving forward. Damn, man. MATIC USDT, man. 706 retracement. SHR SNX beatdown. A lot of coins took a complete beatdown. Bitcoin's battling back up to 30K. We'll see. Please, I beg you to take a look at EOS or Gilgamesh. Shout out to Gilgamesh, the oldest book ever known. The stories of Gilgamesh. I recently went all in on yield farming on MATIC. Shout out to Colin Unger. Respect to you, my friend. That's right. I already said MATIC is a fave buy this year. I refuse to sell anything at a loss. I do too, man. I'm with you. I will look at EOS. MATIC could be $3 in 2 months. Easily. Probably more. At least I'm still making killer yield. See, there you go. Still making a killer yield. Adding to the bags behind the scenes. There's nothing else you can do. Okay. Extremely oversold on the 1 hour. Extremely. We did see, this is what's kind of scary. We saw strong bullish divergence right here, and it was just destroyed. Nothing. No support holding here. No support held at all. At all right here at the head of this shoulder. At the head of this head and shoulder, this previous one right there on that wick. No support at all. Just complete dumpage. Complete dumpage. So, now we break previous low. 30K breaks. 29,700. I mean, now you got to take it level by level. Level by level, man. Daily support and resistance is key. We broke strong daily support. You could say we're right at the previous low here, 28.8 again. It's possible double bottom now if we hold that level. I mean, the scary thing is there's not a lot of chop. Chop means up and down price action. That's what gives you the support and resistance. Shout out to Lifer. Thank you for the good vibes. Just hanging with you in this group makes me realize we will be okay. The knowledge, the info, the guidance is second to none. Best channel on YouTube. Shout out to Michael Oling. Thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate you very much, man. Appreciate you, man. Sold 3 weeks ago. Bought back. Sold MATIC, BNB, ADA, and 1 today. I'll buy more through the bear market if that's what this is. Time will tell. Coin holder. I feel you, man. I feel you. I feel you on that. Yeah, it's like all you can do is make your buys, just like you can make your sell. You sell something, the price can keep coming. It is what it is. You sell something here, the price could keep, you buy something, the price could keep dumping. There's no guarantees for anything in this life or anything in trading, right? So we could see Bitcoin getting dumped all the way to 19K. That would be a flush out of flush outs. You know, the daily does have more room to go down. Look, we haven't even made our rounded bottom yet, which tells me we could bounce down to 19K. I would prepare for 19K, obviously, all right? This is a bear pennant, I believe, that broke to the downside and 68% chance that we hit the target. So higher probability that we go to 19K than anything else. What's the word? Shout out to Stack McChange. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for coming on in. 157 people watching, 85 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I'd much appreciate it. Please. Okay. And now you're looking at Shortsvilles. And now you got, see, my thing is once you start playing shorts, you start playing perpetual contracts, you start playing into their game. I showed you Bitcoin dominance. Looked like it was going to break up out of this pennant, and now it is breaking up out of the pennant. So this is something that we were talking about and that I had mapped out for you, already starting to do its thing. Why Bitcoin dominance? Because people get stopped out in trades that they're in, BTC trades, and it kicks them into Bitcoin, and they buy Bitcoin inadvertently. Whoever's sleeping right now in another country, whoever's working and has a stop loss that got hit into BTC, bam. The stop loss got hit, and now, bam, they're owning Bitcoin. You see? We should all hop on around the blockchain and comment to get Crypto Lifer around the blockchain. Not spam, but just let them know he deserves to be on there for the crypto community. I really believe that. They put a lot of people on there that are just like, you know, whatevers. You know what I'm saying? If we all go there and just hit it hard right now and be like, guys, is this around? Are they on right now too or no? BitBoy hits new lows. Bitcoin hits top 3 key support channels. This is funny. What do they hire?
But if she decides to come around and behave herself up to and past 40.
Wow, they hired a guy to do that's pretty funny. Wow, that's pretty funny. I'll give it to him. Hey, it's creative, man. You got to change it up, right? When the whales dismount, I see nothing but discounts. Bong. Nah, not till later. Mad brigading. unsub to BitBoy Crypto because he's politically biased and racist. Ooh, so sorry to hear that. I don't want to even hear those terms. I am a loving, beautiful, awesome channel, and we don't have any discrimination. I don't care if you're a man, woman, transsexual, transvestite. I don't care what you are. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're black, white, Spanish, purple, yellow. As long as you like cryptocurrency and you want to move forward in cryptocurrency, and actually even if you don't like cryptocurrency, I like you too. I like all of God's children on the earth because, like someone said yesterday, the first person you hurt when you use hate is yourself. Okay? The first person you hurt when you begin to hate anything is yourself. All right? What about Bitcoin hash rate? Let's take a look at BTC hash rate. That's an interesting concept. Let's look at Bitcoin hash rate real quick. But remember, man, use this time to buy. You gotta say you bought something today on the dip. Even if this turns into a bear market and we dip even more, at least you started buying on the dip. Look at the Bitcoin hash rate. Dumped to the lowest ever. That's going to continue falling. Yikes, this is not Crypto Race Wars, bro. Wrong channel. Sup, y'all? What about Bitcoin hash rate? Sup, y'all? Shout out to xrpmuser. Lifer would take that show over. Spending $100 on Patreon is the best money spent last month. Priceless knowledge. Shout out to Rodney Robinson. Thank you very much for saying that. I appreciate that in these hard times. You be honest, it is not easy running a crypto business when everyone gets bearish on you. It's tight. But you know what? This is my true test. I truly believe this is now my true test. This is my true test, man. You want to go on your own? It's not going to be easy. You want to denounce working 9 to 5? You want to go your own way? The powers that be are going to push you back into line. They're going to try so hard to move you, to make you feel negative thoughts, to break you down. You need to remain strong. You know what I'm saying? You need to remain strong at all times. Definitely laddering some buys at this point. That MATIC buy was a perfect example of what to do. Slowly build a portfolio of great coins on a discount. You got this. You go hard for it. Shout out to Sean Broom. Much respect to Sean, man. Yo, Sean, I appreciate you saying something like that. That hit me in the heart, bro. That hit me in the heart. Facts, man. Life is a test. Shout out to DeFi Tev. Talk that ish. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream, man. Much respect to everyone that's coming through and holding me down. Crypto lifers, I love y'all. I love y'all. On the darkest day, we are the brightest. It's funny, and I was saying that. He said true colors shine brightest in the darkest of times. Amen to that, man. Amen to that. And it's not even that dark. Bitcoin was just at 13K, 10K not too long ago. Thanks for the attitude of gratitude, lifer. Take a peek at AMP. It's a great project for the cheap. Cake down to 950, bro. Almost went all in, and I never go all in. Let's take a look at AMP. Let's take a look at Cake. You know I have to look at Cake and see what's going down. AMP on Coinbase, too, which is a good chart to check out. Okay. AMP has bottomed at this point, right? It came out at 5 cents. It's bottomed. Completely bottomed. I mean, how much lower can you go? You're oversold on every oscillator. Man, around the blockchain is more sentimental and news talk, not TA. Let's get Lifer on Friday's Crypto Banter. That would be cool, man. I like Crypto Banter. Have faith. They are testing us hard right now. Hold on for dear life. By the end of the year, you will be rewarded. I see us retesting 20K. Cake was down to 950, bro. Almost went all in, and I never go all in. Attitude is gratitude, man. I love my lifers. Shout out to Crypto Greg for the $35 super chat. Showing you how strong my community is, man. Really is, like, getting super chats in the bearish days. Love y'all. Y'all have my respect for forever, man. Every one of you lifers. I would risk my life for my lifers, man. Because you guys gave me a life that I never thought I would have. Actually, I did think I would have, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean. Of course, I thought I would have it. That's how I manifested it. But when it actually happens and comes into reality, there's no words. How about Lifer makes his own panel segment? No, we will. We're gonna have a panel actually. Guys, I'm going to get the group together later on. I think we should all come out. I think all the admins need to come out and have a talk. I think we need to have a round table. I'm going to look at my schedule, but I think a round table around 2 o'clock would be a good idea. Maybe I'll even extend it here now. Let's see what's going on. I'm gonna reach out to my admins, round table for the people. Hope y'all had a great weekend. Man. Okay. Let's take a look going on here. Yeah, guys, we should have a round table going on. I believe it would be a good idea to get a round table. I'm in. We need a session. Yeah, about to have a round table. Okay, Wrenchy T. Okay, so we have enough people to start the round table. I'm going to get a Zoom call going right now. We're going to start a round table right now, guys. We're going to break down the market. We're going to have everyone in my inner family kind of discuss what's going on in the market. This is going to be interesting. You're going to see some deep insight, all right? You're going to see some insight about worldly markets. You're going to have some guys on here that really think differently than the masses. Really, I believe like Archimedes type, interesting folk with interesting thoughts, right? So crypto meeting here coming on right now. It's, crypto moves fast. You need to be able to move fast with crypto, right? You never know when you have to make a move, make a change, get a meeting going, get it moving, get it together. That's why my group is ready at any moment, any time, pushing everything to the limit, man. We love you guys too as well. The care and the community is what made this place so important, and we want to keep that going over and over and over again. So without further ado, let's see if we can get a crypto meetup going on here. I'm going to put this in the admin group, all right? Right now on Zoom. Bear with me. If you're just tuning in, we're going to have a crypto round table with all of my inner circle. Thanks for everything you do for us. Shout out to Rodney Robinson. Hi, Lifers. I'm late. Missed the first 49 minutes. Don't worry. We're about to get it for you. Woo Lifer from South Beach. Stay blessed, brother. Thanks for the great info. Make sure you're recorded, bro. Good podcast material. You can always download a live stream later on, so we'll record it later. All right? Oh, but I could record it now, I guess. All right, I press record now on the live. So I can take the audio off on my own without even having to wait. Thank you, Oliver. Appreciate you. All right, so I got a Zoom going right now. We'll see as they pop into the Zoom. I'm just finishing some food. So I'm going to go through some other things that I want to look at. Make sure you record it, bro. Magic Shack, check the description. Signing up for KuCoin. Do you have a referral number? I'll put it in. Check the description. Yes, we have a referral in the description. Thank you so much, Magic Shack. Jump into KuCoin, man. Smart man that you're jumping into KuCoin. A lot of awesome stuff in KuCoin. And see, guys, he's a stock trader. He's jumping into crypto today. He's like, you know what? He knows when there's good prices. My man Magic Shack has been trading for over 10 years. We've been back and forth on charts. We've talked about many, many things, right? He's battle tested. He's been through a lot, and he's getting into crypto today. He's opening up a KuCoin account. So that tells you something. Those stock retail traders, they want to get into cryptocurrency, right? Just telling you. Don't sleep on the opportunity at hand just because of a few bad red days, man. Or a couple months of red. You never know. We can still push through. We will make it through these hard times. Any time. Okay. Yes, sir. It's time for MATIC. Just woke up and I'm down 60%. Do you still think we will hit all-time highs this year? BBB is credibility. Let's see. Let's ask a question. Let's ask a poll here. Will BTC hit 15K by... Will Bitcoin hit 15K? Yes or no? And I'm asking my community in a poll here. I don't know if you see the poll. I just made it. Beacon in another ascending triangle. I think it's going to drop more. Cheers. Let's take a look at BTC on a smaller time frame as well. So 40% said yes. 10 votes in so far. 30% said no. Poll still running. I like to see these live polls. This is awesome. BTC another ascending triangle. I think it's going to drop more. To the moon. I'll be on in 20 minutes. So in 20 minutes, we're going to have a round table. I got other things to kind of go over too. Perfect. So Muser, 20 minutes. I'll also send you a Oh, Jose's here. We might as well get Jose on. Jose is from Portugal. He has some good insight. It's worth having him on right now. You can carry that. We can carry it on for a little bit until we get our other guys jumping on in. Jose, can you hear me?
Yeah.
How's your day going, Jose? How you feeling out there, man?
I'm teleworking, man.
Yeah. What's your view on the market? How do you feel about the market? And what are you doing? What is your thoughts? What are your plans?
Bitcoin. I went liquid on altcoins.
Okay.
For now, and I'm shorting Bitcoin. I don't think we hit the bottom yet. So.
Okay.
I'm looking at 2025 and worst case scenario 14K.
Okay. Worst case scenario 13 to 14K.
Yeah, it's
okay.
weekly 200 MA, right?
The weekly 200 MA. Yeah, let's take a look at that. We'll take a look at Bitcoin on the weekly. Have that chart up for a second. Sending this to Muser now. Now, see, everyone else right now is like, well, I didn't tether up in time. So they're like, why should I tether up now? And that's the hardest decision to make. Tell everyone how you were able to just pony up and make that decision. Because that's a big boy decision, you know, and that's like something that people need to hear, you know.
Well, I already said this on our channel, and we had a huge bearish divergence at daily.
Yep.
And it played out at April 14.
Mm-hmm.
And we had several death crosses, 21 over 50, 50 over 200, more recently. And an indicator that most people are, I think, underestimating is Pi cycle top. It flashed, okay? And if you look back on weekly, every time it flashed, the price action went to weekly 200 MA.
Interesting. So, yeah. And it's funny because I'll be honest, like I'm always learning lessons too. And we went over this in September and October. It's crazy. Yeah. If you look at my video too, like it's interesting. The knowledge was always here on the channel, which is crazy. Whether even I listen to all the knowledge or not is up to debate. But I'm trying to find, let's show you, because you sat with me. We sat with, we started kind of planning our escape like 3 or 4 months ago. We were like, well, how should we get out? What do we do to get out? Because it was feeling high. Like things were getting like, damn, like how could we keep going like this over and over and over again? And so there was that feeling like, man, we're extended. The thing that tripped me up was the pullbacks were pretty deep each time. And it felt like the pain was like, when we go to 29K, we kept going down and then we'd retrace, down and retrace. And I felt like, okay, you go through the pain and, but yeah, I keep remembering like there's always more pain, right? Like it's never as bad. It's always worse than you think it's going to be when you assess how bad it's going to be when it comes to a market dump,
One thing though, I don't know if you ever noticed this, but every time we have moving average cross, it tends to retest that cross. So when we had the 21 over 50, we had a huge spike to retest the 50. It went a little bit above it, then it went down again. Mm-hmm. Now recently we had the 50 over 200. It might retest the 200, which is at 42K right now. So be aware of this bounce eventually. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I want to visualize that in a second. I'm trying to find this one.
If you put a moving average ribbon on any time frame, you see whenever there is a cross on any of the moving averages on the ribbon, it goes back to retest it always. So.
And are you talking about the pi cycle, or are you talking about?
I'm talking about the death cross. Okay, so it was the 50 over the 200, and it might retest the 200 now because it was crossed. Okay.
Interesting.
200 is sitting at 42K, I believe. So at daily.
And this thinks I have a video basically explaining exactly how to get out of the market when the pi cycle crosses. Way before it happened, months before, and I'm explaining, I'm like, this is a good place, you know, to scale out of the market, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, it's so look. Let me see here. What's up, Muser? What's going on, man? Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for coming on in. 188 people watching, 115 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? Much appreciated. Shout out to Muser, man. How you feeling, my friend?
What up, guys?
What's going on?
You guys hear me good?
Yeah, you looking sound awesome, man. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, how do you feel about the market today? What is your sentiment? You know, what are your ideas? To me, I mean,
nothing changed,
I'm
man.
I'm ready to believe this could be the beginning of a year-long bear market. I'm willing to believe that. I'm open-minded to that idea. I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but I'm open-minded to that idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just a thought. I'm not saying it's but I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, guys, you know, buy every dip. Guaranteed you're going to, you know, because you could do that and wreck a lot of people. Like, you could be like, guys, just keep buying in, and then they'll be like, man, this guy couldn't see the forest through the trees, you know? That's why I do TA day by day, like week by week. And everyone, like, I try to make projections, but they're always like, okay, that's where price wants to go on the daily or the weekly time frame. But so we got 96 votes on this poll here. I don't know how we see the results. Maybe I see the results here. 66% say no, that we don't. 34% say yes, that we're going to hit 15K. Interesting. 33% now say yes. 33. You know. Did you buy anything today? Did you open up the wallet?
I bought some stuff last night, for sure. I couldn't hold back.
It's crazy because I sat with my wife. Yeah, I sat with my wife last night and we talked like about the market, and I said, you know, I've been waiting patiently, and I finally was like, you know, I think I should buy some Fantom, like some more Fantom, and I bought like a couple of grand, like $2,000 of Fantom last night. It's probably down like $400, you know, already. It's interesting. It's like, yeah, I waited, and that's why. And I said to my wife, I said, this market is vicious for beginners. I said, this is they don't take any prisoners in this market. Like, because I sold my cake like a month ago and patiently sat on like 60K of stablecoin and waiting. And I still only deployed like 10K of it. I'm still like, the day I tell you guys I'm all in, I went on, like, that's when I feel like, and I might wait for it. I'm the type of guy, I don't buy the bottoms, honestly, and I'm okay with that. Like, I nibble at the bottom every time. I'll be honest. Like, I always have a buy. I can show someone, like, look, I bought 500 at, like, today, I bought MATIC at 98, 90, you know. But I'd rather nibble down there, set my base, nibble on the way up, and then when I see the market nice, that's when I install a larger load. Like, and that's just how I trade. And it just, I found my style personally, you know, and I came to terms with the fact that I'm okay with not catching bottoms and not catching the top. Like, I just got to find my way somewhere in the middle and be happy, you know? And if you catch some tops close to if you sell at 28 and it goes to 31, like, that's the top, man. You sold the top. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a deviation away, a couple dollars, you did well. You know, everyone's like moon boying themselves, you know, and, I don't know. Like, VeChain went to 27 cents, man. To see it at 6 cents right now is insane.
Yeah,
and
I definitely bought some VeChain for sure. I couldn't, I saw it that low. I was like, I bought some XRP and some VeChain. I couldn't, seeing those prices last night. I mean, they went a little lower this morning, obviously, but
yeah.
I mean, I've been, you know, for most of us, or maybe not most of us, but a lot of us that have been around for a long time, most of our buys are even lower. We're still in profit now. So it's hard to make some buys when I know that I'm still in for a good price from the beginning, from buying from last September and November.
Yep.
But seeing those prices, finally had to at least nibble a little bit. And, like anything, it could go lower. So you ladder in, you don't put your whole position in.
Yeah.
But I definitely had laddered in some VeChain and some XRP for sure. And I honestly, yeah, it could be a bear market. I could be wrong, but I just don't see the sentiment around the world right now, right? Everybody's going back to work. The markets are, they're in a weird place right now because, restaurants are starting to open up, business, everybody's going back to work, businesses start opening up. I feel like there's a lot of money still coming in to the market in the next couple of months. So it's hard to believe that no one's going to be wanting to buy crypto at these prices. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if we go lower, it's hard to believe that if people have money on the sideline, they're not going to be like, I don't want to get into that. When people had that little taste of making some real money with crypto, especially the people that were into stocks, making that like 5% a year, 10% a year, and they got a little nibble of like, the 50% gains, 100% gains in crypto. Yeah. I just can't believe that. They can't think that people won't want.
Like, why wouldn't you want to stack your MATIC and make one of my issues is this, and I have thoughts as I'm here with you guys. Like, I didn't think of what I'm about to say until right now. But Bunny gets hacked, right? That shark pool got hacked with Panther Swap. You saw, I think Burger got someone was able to take liquidity, and is that, I didn't think could that have been a beginning of like kind of the distrust in DeFi a little bit? And, I don't even like saying that because it's like against my whole, like, I'm the cake guy and like, I love it all. So like for me to even come out and say things that are like, I challenge my own self sometimes, like, and I do it improvisationally just to be like, well, life isn't always how you think it is. And maybe it is different, I hope it didn't do a damper.
Jesse said, let me in, coach.
Yeah, let's do it.
Put me in, coach.
But it was sad, like DeFi needs to hold robust security, right? Like DeFi needs to make sure that it isn't looked like a scam, right? Because there are a lot of great, like Beefy is still doing wonderful, right? PancakeSwap really never did suffer any security issues. You know what I'm saying?
There are a lot of great, like Beefy is still doing wonderful, right?
Hello?
What's up?
What's going on, Jesse, man? Guys, this is my round table.
Jesse?
Everyone, please welcome Jesse Jungle to the table. French fries for fiat, otherwise known as. I'll put myself up in this corner here. Make this screen as big as possible. Can I shrink this window? We don't need the invite window. Anyway. So, guys, crazy day. I woke up this morning. Can't say I wasn't in a bit of shock. Like, whoa. I'm kind of, I go through it. I get this sick feeling in the stomach. I'll talk through it. I get nauseated. I kind of get tingly. But then I take a deep breath and I'm just like, and honestly, in the last dip, we had this round table and Jesse said something to me. He's like, you're too attached to your money, man. And I literally began to peel myself away. And I did a tutoring session last night and it went amazingly well. And some people still sign up for tutoring. And I realized, no matter what happens in this market, like I'll be okay, and I'll believe in myself and things are going to be fine, and it's the energy and not the money that's going to carry me to anywhere I need to go, and thank God I took profits. After that day, I started taking profits, even though I thought it was late. I said, you know what, who cares if it's late? And you know what, having that 70, 80K in the bank and holding it now and knowing like, I used to make that a year. So you know what? It wasn't even a year yet, and this market could rebound. So it's like, hey, you got to take profits. Like, I just want to keep saying it, and I'm going to say it more than ever now for the rest of my life. Like, I had a friend, a close friend. He came to me. He saw like I was killing it. He was like, he saw SafeMoon. He spent a weekend with me, and he was like, dude, like, he's like, I think you made like 20K, and I've been here for like a couple days. Like, and he's like, bro, start taking 30% here and there. You know, every couple months, like, pay yourself, man. You know, and he would call me and text me and be like, yo, did you take a little out? Take a little out of the market? So that's kind of, we want to be the channel here that like never pushes you guys to be like, it's never always going everywhere. It's what your life is. Where are you? Did you put 10 grand in? Do you have 100K now? Do you have 2 kids? Like, you know, what would 50K do to your life? You know, it's funny. Me and my wife's family came over and they watched Deal or No Deal. They're funny. Like, they watch reruns of Deal or No Deal. That's what they do. Something I would never do, but they did. And they were over here for a weekend. So I watched like 7 of those episodes. And like, I watched so many freaking idiots with 350K in front of them being like, no deal. And you're like, dude, like, you're a clown. Like they just talked about how you work you had a pizza shop. Like, what are you doing? Like, and they'd walk away with 20K. And I believe we should all go watch reruns of Deal or No Deal. And the next time you are up in cryptocurrency, like, ask yourself who you are and where your life is. That's all. I just wanted to kind of bring that up, you know.
Man, divorce your money. Divorce your money. Today, I bought today. It felt good. I'm not scared. I didn't panic. I'm excited about this dip. I love this market. I love crypto. If this kind of stuff doesn't excite you, man, just retire and go work at McDonald's. I love this. I bought Form today. I bought Form today. It seemed to be holding up really well in the dip.
FormFi, right? FormFi, right?
That
we've been looking at. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Yeah.
And I'm staking. I mean, while everybody's losing money, I am staking the tokens that I know are going to be around a while.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's one way to play the bear market. If you're not going to short, maybe you have moral reasons for not shorting, which is fine. Some people don't like to short crypto because they're married to crypto, and that's probably a mental deficiency that you need to overcome. It's not bad. It's not healthy, but if you don't want to short, stake. Yep. If you don't want to stake, tether up and just sit back and enjoy the ride. And if you can't enjoy the ride, you probably should check out and get off the train.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I had 2 close friends that I had met together. They both met me and they both got into the market. Same time. One of them completely level-headed, you know, spent more time in the group, way more time in the group, way more time educating himself. And he's still like in a good mental place. Like, he called me about like trying to buy something off me yesterday. You know, it's like he's ready to, like, he's looking to buy a home. Like, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, my other friend's like freaking out and like in a really bad place and like bought heavy at the highs and like probably bought too much and like now is like hates crypto and like is in a really bad mental state. And it's like, damn, man, you know, 2 people, two walks of life, you know, just looking at it differently. And also, if you just got into crypto 2 weeks ago, why would you go all in? Like, why would you go all in on anything that you weren't even somewhat knowledgeable about? Like,
because most people use their emotions, man, and they saw everybody else making money, and they're like, "Oh, I can do this. Let me just throw my $2,000 that I made that I only got. I'm gonna throw it in and probably double that in a week." Didn't really work out for them. Probably, huh?
They tell you when the shoe shine, right? When the shoe shine boys telling you to buy a stock, that's that old saying, right? Like, and right, I should have known, man. I should have known. People that never hit me up, like people I had worked with 2 or 3 years ago that like had just, you know, had no need for me. All of a sudden, were Instagramming, messaging me, texting me, "Hey, I bought some crypto today." Like people that I like explained to crypto like years ago, and like
they also they bought like, Doge, right?
I don't know what they bought. Honestly, you know, someone said he bought a lot of Stellar, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea, you know, but is what it is, you know. But
it's exciting. This is exciting times in the market right now. Outside of crypto, the SEC has just said they're not going to focus on regulating crypto.
I know.
So you've got now the SEC is basically, tapped out. So now the narrative is shifting over towards Congress. Congress now wants to start regulating crypto. And this is the path that it's going to go down the road. You're going to hear about over the next probably week or two, if not longer, because we also have some UFO disclosure coming out Friday.
Yeah, man,
So,
this is going to be a big deal.
yeah, I mean, this is probably one of the most exciting summers that I've probably can say I've witnessed, with everything that's going on post-election, with all the COVID stuff, the markets in utter crazy times. And then you got Michael Berry, calling for one of the biggest market crashes yet to come. I mean, how could you not love this? This is great.
I'm excited because I'm really greedy for BTC, and like my goal is like to get 50 to 100 of these by the end of whatever. I want 100 Bitcoin, man. I want to own 100 Bitcoins, and I know I'm gonna do it. Like I know I'm going to do it, whatever I put my mind to, And I put $1,800 into Cake, turned into like 110, got out with like 55, 60K. And still have the bunny that was 20K too. But, we'll see what happens with that. It's like 2K right now, so who knows. But the point of the story is I can now buy a whole Bitcoin for $1,800 that I had in January. And I'm waiting for my perfect time because I'm going to buy a whole Bitcoin. That's you see the schedule right here, why I'm buying a whole BTC. Is it right to say maybe I'll get 2? Maybe it'll go to 15 and I will get 2. Are you kidding me? Like, if I get 2 BTC for 1,800, that's how I'm looking at it. Because that was my initial, and I never left the market. I never really even went into stable. So it's like, man, that's life-changing wealth for me and my family. Like that's serious. Like and then I can use that to trade up. Also, then I'll be getting it on the low of the market. See, the key thing is too, we weren't running the Crypto Lifer stream in the last bear market. I came in through the middle of the bear market. So we were accumulating, and then we watched the cups and we went through that DeFi summer. But like, you're going to see a group of people that study the charts 5, 10, 12 hours a day. And we're going to know when the market changes. Like, we're going to know, like, just like, the night watchman knows when they're coming. Like, he sits there all night, and that's what he did. All we do is watch the market, guys. More than anyone else, probably, more than as much as any other channel out there, or if not more. So we're going to provide you with the best data possible. And my instinct alone, I'm going to be like, man, and honestly, I'm already starting to feel a bit of a bottom.
Oh, sorry.
I'm already starting to feel a bit of a bottom, but, So, Muser, what do you say to like family and friends that bought in like a month ago, and now they might kind of smirk at you at dinner or laugh at breakfast, or they might be like, "Well, what happened to my Litecoin?" How do you deal with that?
The good thing about most of my family and friends got in even lower prices than this, or even at prices like this, and they're not totally wrecked. One of my cousins hit me up. He's like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And he's freaking out. It's like, you got to know this market. And I told him ahead of time when he got into it, I said, know that there's going to be crazy dips. There's going to be crazy cycles where, it seems like it's going to go to zero, but you got to just relax and take the emotions out as best you can. Because, I think most of us have taken the emotion out as, to the point where when we see dips like that, it kind of switches the other way. I kind of get excited when I see crazy dips like this. Like Jesse was saying, like, this is a total, and when you know the future of this market, when you see dips like this is like, wow, this is a crazy buying opportunity. When everybody's going nuts, you go on Twitter right now, everybody's freaking out.
They're giving up. When people give up on crypto, that's when
you know it.
When retail gives up.
History will tell you that this is the time to buy. When everybody else is trying to panic in and going crazy, history tells that this is when you should get in. But I mean, don't put all your money in crypto right now. I'm not saying, but like, think about your investment.
Well, I just had another epiphany. USDC stablecoin, you can get like 7-8% at like half these sites. And that battles inflation. I just realized, so you could hide out in a stablecoin and retroactively beat down inflation. So why would you keep your money in the US dollar? This is what's weird though. How do you, if everyone leaves the stable pay, we need Jesse on this. Jesse, I need you here. I muted you because you were crack-a-lacking here. Wait, you're still muted though. Ask to unmute. There you go. Yeah. If the asset that I'm using is pegged to the US dollar, but everyone flocks out of the US dollar into the pegged asset. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like how does that, like, I don't know. I just want to, like, everyone sells the US dollar for USDC to stake it but like, don't you need the USDC to stay stable for like the USDC? Like, so if everyone's selling the dollar to get into the stable coin, like, I'm just like, this is a crazy idea, but like, what the hell does that mean? Like, how can they both stay stable? You know?
That's the beauty of crypto. I mean, the DeFi has, the difference between this year and last year is DeFi has kind of matured a little bit more now. So we're seeing more opportunities to stake stable coins at a higher rate than the, how do I want to say this? We're able to stake our stable coins at a higher rate than the established number of inflation is. They're saying it's 3.5%. I'm a believer it's probably closer to 12.
I think it's 8 or 7. Yeah. Even 12. Yeah.
So if you can get 7.5% staking fiat in a stable coin, that would be the smartest thing to do in this particular market. You're going to beat listed inflation, and you're still going to be gaining another crypto asset to buy more crypto throughout the dip. That's the way to do it.
Because like right now, why would I even keep more than $5,000? And I just got a Coinbase credit card, right, in the mail. It's awesome, right? I don't know exactly how it works. I don't know if I just keep USD there, or do I keep USDC? And when I swipe it, where does it? I don't know everything about it yet.
Yeah, I'm still using that too.
But it's cool. I see it in my hand, and it's pretty cool to see. Can I just stay? You know, even their percentages, which are lame, are better than anything else you got going on. You know, I
mean, we go back to the thing I mentioned the last time we spoke about. Our expectations in this market have been distorted. So when you see a fair 2.5% on a stable coin, it doesn't seem like a lot, but man, you got to remember that that's a stable coin, and you're gaining interest on that as the coin just sits there doing nothing as the market tanks. So don't look at those low percentages as a barrier or a reason to keep you out of staking a stable coin to get you some interest. 2.5% is still better than losing 3%.
I also wonder
0.01% or something. It's like,
Muser, what do you think of staking during a bear market? Like, say you start staking, and you get so many coins in an 18-month period, and then the market pumps, you might beat a guy shorting. You get it? Well, in the long run, like, you might actually make a higher. You might beat the shorters. I don't know.
If you're sitting in a bear market, right, and you're not selling, then why wouldn't you stake it? Like, put it to work for you. If you're not going to,
right,
it's going to be in there for the next couple of years or whatever the bear market will last, then you should stake it for sure.
Yeah.
Another cool thing, I'm sitting with my wife, and I'm like, it's funny, like, the answer's in the question, old Asian proverb, and it's true. It really is. No, it's true. And like, my dad used to say it to me all the time, like, and like, I would sit there with that and like be like, come on, man. Like, but like, as I rehashed it in my mind over and over again, like, I sat with my wife last night and I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Like, there was so much good news. And then I was like, and I was like, there was so much good news.
All those diamond hands, laser eyes.
Just like there was so much bad news. I was like, it was the first time whenever I read the news, I'm like, yeah, it's adoption. This is real, because I'm into the technology. So I'm like, and I'm forgetting that they're like feeding they're feeding me Kool-Aid. Like, they're like,
right.
Big bank absorbs it, asset class Goldman Sachs, like, oh, boom, boom, boom. They're just feeding retail to the alligators. You get what I'm saying? They're just like, come on.
Right, Jim buying Bitcoin with Pomp Live or something.
El Salvador accepts. I'm just saying, like, they never are in your favor. So even when the pro Bitcoin news comes out, like, that's when I'm going to start selling bits. I'm like, oh, I see 7 news articles in the last week straight. Like, maybe I should take a little nibble. Not all of it, but just like you buy into the low here. You never go all in. You never go all out. You take enough. For me now, I don't have a paying. I had a paying job for years. I don't now. Like, I need to scale out. to survive. Facts. If I don't scale out, then I can't continue to do what I do, right? So scaling out now is basically how I live. Like, and thank God I did, man. Like, Jesse, I love you, man.
You scale in, you scale out, you know?
That's right.
No, because
Yeah.
you gave me a talking to publicly, and I listened, and you weren't even really talking to me, but you were talking to everybody, and surround yourself with people that don't listen to your crap, man. Surround yourself with people that don't want to hear you lie to yourself. No, I'm serious. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
No, it's
if
true.
you have a bunch of yes men around you, you're messing up. You know, like,
Yeah, it's everybody has to have that contrarian in their life. If you don't have somebody that's disagreeing with you, not saying disagreeing just to disagree, but to give you a reason to disagree with you and be able to support that, you need those people in your life. You can't always, and I love you by when you say being positive, but I don't think being positive is the thing you should be telling yourself. Positivity is a state of mind that unfortunately is formed by the things that are going on around you. And being positive doesn't necessarily mean, affirming in the mirror every day, I'm going to be positive. I'm going to be positive. I'm of the opinion that you need to look at the situation around you critically, and to be positive or to be negative isn't the thing that you should look at in the situation that you're in. It's how are you going to react and adapt to the situation that you're in. It's your adaptation is going to determine your mental state. So if you're failing to, get over the hump, or you're failing to see the positivity in a negative market, then you're not looking at the right thing. You should be able to see that this is neither negative nor positive. It just is. And once you realize that it just is, then you can make your decisions, the direction that you need to go to take care of yourself, or make your money, or withdraw your trades. But to just ride it because you think it's in a bubble, it's going to get a lot of people wrecked. And when everybody was saying Doge, Elon Musk is on SNL, I think that was the pinnacle of the bull market right there. We've reached the top. It was time.
Didn't it feel like we were in a simulation? Did everyone else feel like we were in an episode of The Simpsons? Like, it felt ridiculous. There was something really strange about it. Like, it was just like, what is going on?
Why is a multinational company accepting a total shitcoin for payment for a technological marvel?
But Jose has a whole theory on this. Jose, are you still there?
Yeah.
I remember like last time we
I
talked
want you
about
to
it,
chime in, because you have
Yeah.
you spent a lot of time on this Doge theory, and he just showed a chart of Doge on the weekly. You see how strong it looks? He was like, because people are like, it's dumping down to zero. He goes, look at the weekly. That's what you were trying to say, right, Jose? I only saw it for a split second, but I'm like, I think he was trying to say something there, right?
You've been around for 12 years in stocks, and you know that the assets usually return to their beginning point, right? From where they came. That chart is telling me Doge it's 1K. So sooner or later, it will hit 1K. Okay.
It's on Coinbase, right? We're looking for the Doge Coinbase chart specifically, right?
No, you're Binance US, I think.
Doge Binance US.
Right there. Okay. So for some reason, and we go to the weekly, and this is why you need a team, guys, because no one's going to see the market the way you see it, right?
Yeah.
And there's no way you can look at it. You can do. I don't think you should run anything on your own when it comes to trading. Like, it's really a group. It's a group sport. Like, you do it on your own, but you definitely want to have a group of people to, So look, there's a $996 $1,000 candle right here. Like, this is crazy. On the weekly.
And JD are ready to get in.
On the weekly. Okay, cool. Thank you.
So what I think it's Elon, it's not, for me, it's not the richest person in the world, okay? When there's too much publicity about it, I don't think it's true at all. There are people way more richer than him.
Oh yeah, there's probably a trillionaire out there for sure.
Yeah. But he didn't get where he is by playing wrong moves. everything is calculated with him also. So if he is betting on Doge, there's something about it. This is what I feel. Okay, it's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Don't follow it.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
follow it if you don't. If you don't.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's nothing. But look at how strong it like it is a very, it's a pretty strong chart on the weekly.
Yeah.
Like it's holding, like, let's pull a fib on that. I mean, that's like a 618 almost. I mean, yeah, just a little past my secret fib, 706, 786. Not too bad. It's touching the 21, which is usually the retracement.
It seems like all those moon boys got out of Dogecoin, but I think Dogecoin's here to stay. It's a name brand now. Most people's first coin they got into was Doge. That they'll know that for the Doge. That name will just resonate. So I don't see Doge going anywhere. I know it's just there's no use case for it, but it's a name brand now.
We
Like
want to take
Bitcoin.
Jesse when you move items there. I had to mute you, Jesse, but I don't want to put you back on. Put you back on. All right, so we got everyone here. I can make myself even smaller. I want to get rid of the white. I want to get rid of this. I want to get rid of this white thing, man. Like, where is it?
Can you guys hear me?
Excellent. Yes.
Yep.
It's JD. What up?
What up, JD, man? How you feeling, my friend? How's everything going down?
Good, man. Life is good. Always.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And
Oh, I'm here.
one thing else, Elon is trying to make Doge the official coin of his company, SpaceX,
Okay.
which is going to put satellites and spaceships on up there.
Yeah.
I mean, that will bring
That's
the
use
market, that will bring the market cap it needs to grow that much.
Funny, Crypto Greg says, like, I feel like Crypto Greg really speaks with me, man. And like, he'll be asking me a question, and whenever he super chats, like, I usually go in depth, and he usually makes a buy-in right after the super chat, And the other day he was like, bro, like, the market resonates when you make those calls, And we just bought MATIC, right? Up 9% in the last 15 minutes. It's just funny. I'm just saying, like, we just went in, like, and we're not big enough to pump MATIC, obviously. And obviously it could dump again. Like, it's, it could be, this could be ephemeral, short-lived, but, no, just funny to see, Another call on the channel. If you wanted to make 10%, we did it live in the face of the blood,
If you look at the buying metrics right now, too, if you look at the buying metrics, all the whales are buying right now. All the long holders, the people that own 1,000 or more Bitcoin, they're buying, man. It's retail investors that are selling this. So you got to go with the smart money,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now, someone said, Jose, that that was just low liquidity on Binance US. You can't. That was just it was like a false candle or whatever. I'm like 70-30, leaning your way. Like, I think now, but let's do the math. Like, this is the math, right? Doge, real quick. I'm just gonna put this up in front of us for a second. We look at coin market cap on Doge. If we believe we're going to go to 5 trillion, I believe if this really is a full-blown bull run, my thing is, when is crypto not a bull run in a way of life? Like, when do we stop this Bitcoin halving crap? And like, when do these companies just become Amazon? Like, when does this
Regulation.
What's anyway, so Doge market cap, 22 billion right now. $22 billion. So at 19 cents. So for it to go to $1, it's got to have basically $125 billion market cap, right? Right now, ETH has what, a 300, a 500, probably went down to 300 somewhere. So for $1, so to go to 1,000, for it to go to $100, like, so it's just like $1,000 Doge is what, $1 trillion? It just doesn't make any sense, right? I don't. You're saying he makes it the space thing, it becomes a world currency, and it absorbs $1 trillion worth of liquidity and goes to $1,000. Is that what you're saying, Jose? Like, is that?
Yeah. How much does it cost to put a satellite up there right now?
Who knows? I don't even know. Yeah.
He has to have the money for it. So I think it's easy for him to do that.
So he buys into a lot of Doge now. He pumps it hard, and that gives him the money. Like that's how he made. It's like a theory of like, or does he not need the money? Like I don't know. It's just I'm trying to piece together the
I mean, is crypto officially regulated already?
No, not at all.
So he's financing his company without taxes.
You know what's funny? How much the masses don't know. Like if you don't have a professional accountant, like I have so many people that like question like what they're doing and how they're taxed and I'm just like, just get in. You know how many middle class people I speak to every day, and I'm like, just get an accountant, bro. Like it costs $1,000 a year. Like yeah, oh well, you can't do TurboTax free, but like, come on now, and like, talk to any legal person who has a degree, and they'll tell you straight face that there is no regulation right now. Like they have to go through a court case. Like there's court cases that haven't been decided yet on cryptocurrency. You know,
Exactly.
It's technically property, but like you're trading property though, and it's on an exchange. And what about DeFi and how do you
Found a way
tax
to
DeFi?
finance his projects without paying taxes, man. That's all.
Someone just
Doge.
wrote Bitcoin pumping back to the moon. You know, it's funny. The day we do get the bottom, it will be a quick bottom. We all know that. We all know that. Even though when how funny is this? We all know what it happens, but when it happens, we're still in disbelief. I don't know if you guys like. I still like when it happens. I'm still always like, oh, it could go lower, because you don't know.
Sure.
I would love to be able to hit every bottom, just bing. You know.
You know, we're really like we're moving like $2,000, $3,000 every hour sometimes on these moves. You know, it's like it's crazy volatility right now if you look at it. You know.
I mean, if you think about it, this is why we got into this market, right? For the volatility. I mean, why would you invest in something that doesn't have volatility? So you got to be used to these kind of things, man, if you get into this market. I mean, newcomers, they got a good taste of what this market can do, and they're freaking out. But give them some time, they'll get into it. And I think, like I go back to it, man, these prices, the long-term people that have been in this market, it's going to be hard for them not to buy these prices. You know, could go a little lower, but it's going to be hard. I don't see a bear market. I don't see people sitting this one out, you know, the way things have been going for the last year or so.
Also, I know my channel grew and my tutoring grew because people were freaking locked down and lost their jobs. You know how many people I tutored? One woman took 110 grand out. You know, she was in between things. She had a son that was, autistic, but he was like 20, having trouble at college, seeing if he could go there on his own, you know. So she's trying to live near him. She's worried about his son as he gets older. Like, look at the stress she's going under, you know. She takes out 110 grand, you know. Husband's gone, no guy around, you know. She takes out 110 grand, and she's going to do ears, you know. She's going to test people's ears and run an ear clinic. And she finds a target market, and she moves to a neighborhood outside of, you know, a city where she, you know, she does all the research, and she maps it out, and she goes into business, and the next 3 weeks later, they lock her down, and she can't let people in and out of the business. And she's still she's paying $5 grand a month on, you know, and she came to me, and I tutored her, and she joined the group, and she's always been so supportive and awesome. And she got in early, thank God. Like, she got a lot of chain link at $4 and $5. And so, you know, thank God she's probably still up. But, man, so many people got their life ripped apart, and they came to me. Like, I talked to, like, you know, it grew my business because people were stuck at home, and they like turned on their YouTube channel. And that's when I realized how important my channel was. Like how not to waste someone's time. Like, it means a lot to me. Like, you can't waste someone's time, bro. These people got FUCK'd. Like, so much happened to them, you know? And then there's a dude shilling a Bybit link. It gets me upset. It gets me upset, you know? Sorry.
You have to take advantage of every opportunity. There is opportunity every time a door closes, another door opens, but you have to be able to walk through that door. How many people sat on their ass playing video games for the first month and a half of the COVID lockdown? Did anybody educate themselves? Did anybody try to learn a new skill, a new trade? Everybody's like, fuck it, it's a vacation. I'm getting paid. I'm not going to do any damn thing. And I guarantee you, those people who did not take advantage of that downtime and that added free time that the government blessed them with to get better, man, what are they doing now? And then you look at the people at your group. I mean, there was 35 people when I got in your trading group, and now we're almost at 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's insane. Those are people who put in the work. They saw the opportunity, they took it, and you provided the means to fill that void with education, and an education that can make you money going on for the rest of your life. That is an opportunity that a lot of people missed, and a lot of people now regretting that opportunity because now they got to go back to work to a shitty job they don't like. Sorry about your luck. Shouldn't have been playing video games.
Or at least been playing video games for money, because there's people that do that shit.
I was about to say. Those Twitch guys, man, making millions, but not everybody's like that, obviously.
Hey, just for some context, is it just us talking, or are we live with anybody?
No, you're live on YouTube, man.
That's what I thought. So I wanted to cuss and swear and everything, you know.
No, you don't do that anyway. So see how good my lifers were? We didn't even need to disclose that because you guys are so respectful and beautiful. Y'all, honestly, most people that are my admins are someone that I tutored. And another great thing about going your own way, think about it. When I was at an office working a regular job, I was around the people that put their head down and came into an office. So, like, not to be rude to anyone, but, like, the odds of bumping into a low-frequency person was high in that environment. It just was. Like, I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. I'm just being honest because, like, I was bowing my head to someone else's. I was walking through someone else's door. I'll do your biddings. You'll make more money off what I do, and you'll pay me less. Like, that's the contract I was making with someone else, right? And now when I do the tutoring, the people that are hitting that link are people that want to change their lives. So, like, I get to meet someone who's already kind of got the fire on their butt. I get to meet someone who's already wanting to do something different. Like, the first time when I start the session, I'm always like, I commend you because I didn't do this for like 7 years. I thought everyone was a scammer on YouTube. I didn't think I could learn that much. I was stubborn. You know, every once in a while I'll tutor a 22, 21-year-old kid, and I'll be like, man, dude, if I did what you did at 21 years old, like, you're not playing video games, like, you're looking for a guy on YouTube to tutor you, like, this kid's destined to be a millionaire by the time he's 30 years old, like, you know?
And then at the same time, you've got people in the group who refuse to get the tutoring and are asking you, what coin should I buy for 100x gains? I'm like, man, your priorities are distorted, man. So distorted.
I had someone join the Patreon, and he joins the Patreon, and he's like, cool. And he's like, yeah, I joined for the BSC gems. Like, you haven't posted one in like a few days. Like, where are the BSC gems coming? And I'm like, I do it live. Like, it's cool. But, like, you know, I'm like, it's almost like wish I didn't 100x so much on these shitty coins, you know, but whatever. As much as my channel is a trading, it's a reality show too, man. I'm trying to show this is just what's happening. Like, it's just a fact. I'm not trying to hold back. Like, and he's just like, when am I going to, and I'm like, I try to tell him, like, man, I'm trying to teach you a life, like a life, like something you can use for the rest of your life. Like, I'm not trying to throw you a BSC gem every week. You know, I'm like, it's cool, but that's not what this is about. And like, and I don't want to say, hey, maybe you don't want to be a part, you know, I never want to be like, hey, take your money and leave. But really, the Patreon is not about the money. Like, if you're not on that frequency with us, like, it's not going to work out with us. Like, it's not. Like, you might last a week, you might last a month, but we're looking for longevity. We're looking for people that are focused and people that really want to learn, you know, and know that it's something that they can do if they put their mind to it, you know?
Yeah, it's the work. It's the work, man. You don't get to the Olympics by chucking weights on the weekend, and you do it every single day, and you do it with conviction. And you sit down and you say, I'm going to chart, I'm going to do this, I'm going to teach myself how to find. And that's my thing in the beginners group that I do is like learn to find these divergences. Open up a Bitcoin chart, start at the 4 hour, find all the bearish div all the way back to the beginning of the coin, and then find all the bullish div all the way back to the coin, and then go to the 1 hour and then the 30-minute, and just keep doing it until it's burned into your brain and you can see it. The reason that you watch Lifer and trust his calls is because it's burned into his brain. He sees the divergences, and you can see those divergences too, but you've got to put in the work. You've got to put in the time and the effort with conviction. Anything worth doing is worth doing right and 100%.
Yeah, I like this guy. He's a personal development guy. His name's Jesse Elder, and he was a kung fu instructor, for many years and stuff. But he just really hammers home like the fastest way to learn anything is repetition and intensity. And I think about, as I'm a musician and I've been playing guitar for 23 years. It's like, I was just telling this to somebody yesterday. I was like, how many times have I played a freaking major scale? Like probably 1 million, like just so that my fingers can move, because as fast as I need them to move. And it's no different than everything in life. You want to be better, you go for it. And I think when I went through all my cancer stuff too, and I just kind of made
could you talk on that? Could you talk on that? I don't want to but well, because when I met you, that left an indelible mark on me, man. You don't have to go if you don't want to. You don't want to, but I just found
it's cool. I mean,
it's powerful, man.
It's one of the greatest things that ever happened to me in many ways. I mean, I'm fortunate enough that that I'm on the other side of it, and I can also say that was a turning point for the better in my life. But when I was 22, I got sick with leukemia. Wow. And who knows why or whatever. But I mean, that's another. I have my own doubts about it, But I totally changed around just the way I lived my life, and I did a blend of holistic and conventional medicine, and I started finding my purpose for life. And then, I used to swing a hammer and I wanted to be a rock star, but I wasn't really into it. I wasn't full into it. But so when I got done with it and after I went through a bone marrow transplant and all that stuff for a few years, I just decided that, I'm going to live for the day. I'm going to play music. And that was what I really wanted to do. And so I started teaching just some people, got a couple students, started taking some small gigs, inch by inch, it's a cinch, as they say. And, really went into personal development and things like that. And, I just, I don't know. I use it like Jesse was saying earlier, like I use it, like there's an opportunity in everything, like what I got this freaking, shitty situation in front of me. And how am I gonna just close my eyes at least every day and just say, well, these are the good things that I did today, and, and I still do that. Even if I have if I attribute it or correlate it to trading, if I have a really horrible day, it's like trading or whatever. It's like, well, what lesson did I learn? And usually it's about my greed. It's like, well, the reason I lost is because I was greedy. Mostly, because I could have got out, but I was like, oh no, it's going to keep going. It's going to turn, blah, 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 and I'm sure we've all been there. And then, more wise people, they learn that lesson faster. And maybe takes me sometimes in life, hard knocks, I got to do all that. I'm sorry, I'm kind of getting into my car here. I'm like a goldfish,
man. I relearn it every day. It's like someone has to hit me, it's like, cause it's like, you don't know how hungry you are till you're hungry again. You don't know what it feels like. You don't know what it feels like till you feel like, if I can say it like that. And it's like, I didn't remember the euphoria of being up. Like, there was 4 years ago since I felt that. And like, I was this close to being a millionaire. Like, I was $100 grand away. Like, and I was like, oh, I can put the jacuzzi now and do whatever, it's just like,
that's something that a lot of beginners should know. Like, even all of us who have been in the market for a long time, it's the hardest thing to do is knowing when to sell. That's why you try to ladder out of things. You don't just sell all position at once. But the hardest thing is to see it's going up and thinking it's going to keep going, and I don't want to sell, because the worst feeling is selling and then it goes up another 200%. We all been through that too. So you don't want to sell early. But it's always the hardest thing to do is know when to sell and not to be greedy and just take pieces out at a time. That's what I learned. And like JD was saying, you learn it once and then you realize, you got to take some of the profits off the table, because you don't want to be sitting in that and then you see a dip and that's the worst feeling ever,
I mean,
how's it going, round table? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, Wrenchy, jump on in there, man.
What's up, Wrenchy?
Yeah, I'll just touch on what you said there. It's good comment. I think investing is all about preparing yourself for the future. So I think it's very good for people to get a plan and kind of know what they want and set yourself some actionable goals. So when you actually get there, you know what you're doing, nothing's a surprise, and then you can just celebrate in Lambos.
Yeah, like if you don't like, should you go shopping? Not whatever it is. Like for instance, from now I'm like in my mind, I'm like, man, I'd like to. It's freezing cold here in Boston, freezing. Like my last winter was, I wouldn't mind a condo, something to just bring my family to Florida, right? So now like I love VeChain, I love Cardano, but I also want to put in a condo in Florida. You see what I'm saying? And now that that's in the mix, now you scale out for the condo. But if you don't have the condo in your mind, you won't scale out. That's how I am. If there's no plan for me, nothing gets done. Like, so now I realized through this that like I need to actually pick out where the money's going to go way beforehand. And I don't have to be 110%, but I need to kind of have it. And that's going to hit the dopamine effect. When the coin gets high, I'm going to make a dopamine connection to watching the beach from the condo. Oh, not freezing my butt off in the winter, right? Oh, I should scale out now. You get what I'm saying? But if you don't have these goals, like Wrenchy said, like if there's no end goal, then what's the end goal? Hold till it dumps again? You know what I'm saying?
Another thing a lot of people preach is to have an exit plan, you know? That's the way you take the emotions out when things are going up like crazy. And we were talking about, I'm getting greedy, you know, have an exit plan and stick to it, you know? Have a plan, right?
I think with that exit plan, it's good to not make it just one, so you hit this number and that's it. You need because otherwise you hit that number and think, oh, I can just get a bit more, and what if? I think if your goal is in stages, so at this stage you can buy yourself, a nice meal, and then this stage you can buy yourself a new car, and this stage you can upgrade your lifestyle. So you just have, so it's not.
Can you be more specific? I'm confused. I'm like, I don't really think linearly. I think more abstract. So I'm trying to like, do you mean like, I just need more detail to envision what he's saying. Like, I think I know, but I'm like, does he mean like, oh, your account's at $100,000, now you can go out to dinner? Like, or yeah, you know, your account goes to 10 million. Now you can sell a little bit of you're just kind of making smaller ideas of like what you would do with the money, you know?
Yeah. So if your cash out plan is, so you hit 1 million and then that's it, you're all out the market. It's a lot harder to do when you actually get there. But if you had it, say you hit 100,000 and then you give
yourself realistic scale outs. I get it. Yeah. See, this is weird because this is real. Yeah. You give yourself realistic places to scale out so that when you get there, it actually happens. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so
you get used to taking profits.
Yeah. Like I could attribute that to like one of my personal goals is, as a musician, you know, I relate this to what's my why? What's my why behind that? I'm even spending time staring at a chart when I could be out throwing frisbee with my friends in the park or playing music on my guitar, or hanging out with my lady, or, you know, enjoying, and, you know, it takes some sacrifice. Everything has some sacrifice. So, but I want to get an album like done and funded, and I want to pay all my musicians well. And how much does that cost? Well, it's like $20,000 to do it really well, get nice video and put some promo and hire a team. Like, you know, it could cost way more. But so my goal would be at that point is like, well, I want to make $40,000 so that I have $20,000 still in there and I can take $20,000 out. Like that would be a realistic example for me for what Wrenchy's saying, you know.
I think
if that helps.
I have a weird conspiracy theory that just hit me. And some things I think I'm channeled. So like I say it. Something's telling me that Fantom is a focused coin. I can't explain why right now, but Fantom is billionaires. One guy that was into it hard, did a lot of research, was like, dude, go to like these YouTube and these Instagram channels. There's billionaires buying Fantom and they're talking about it. They're like, you know, like, would they ever crush the market to bring one coin to its knees? Could they crush Bitcoin to bring Fantom to 15 cents? Like, because they know they're centered on it and like they're going to make this one. I'm telling you, I could be wrong, guys. As much as I'm a trader, I know you're not supposed to you're not supposed to be like thinking emotions, but I do get gut I got a gut feeling when it came to cake. And I was spot on, dude. And I'm getting the same gut feeling with Fantom. Because think, it's going to set up the mining farms that cake has. But you're going to be able to do 1,000 transactions with a Fantom. How is that not going to outperform cake? How? It also can do, 300,000 transactions a second or something? Like, it's the most... Go watch my video on the crypto lifestyle. It's a 17-minute video about Fantom. If you're not convinced, when I'm done with that video, that Fantom maybe have something to do with the new internet, Web 3.0, and the interlaying behind structure building blocks, I'm telling you, I am honing in on that thing. Like, I'm forgetting about all this FUD right now, and I'm like, oh my, like, I get an adrenaline rush. And I, like, when Jesse said, are you excited? Like, Fantom gets me excited. Solana and MATIC as well. Those three, they're coming out at me as if like I'm wearing 3D goggles, and they're just like sticking out at me every night I go to bed. I'm like, Solana, Fantom, MATIC, like.
And what about Filecoin? That's like
that's another one that's creeping on me too, because I get these instincts, and then I hear, oh, the Obama guy's in on it. They're giving it away in China. Like, there's this, Biden administration Chinese connection to Filecoin. There's something going on there. Definitely. And these are things that people don't see that I see. I'm telling you right now, like, I see these things. Sometimes I don't even mention them. Like, I keep them inside. I'm like they hit me real quick. Like, one thing I really didn't, I said it to my patrons. I did say sand, ocean, and waves. If everyone remembers, in January, I said sand, ocean, and waves. I had these 3 coins that I really was like, and I'm a sailor, and I love the beach. So it was funny to me every day to be like, guys, I'm really liking sand, ocean, and waves. But why I picked waves, I went to Coin Calendar one day, and Galaxy Digital, and I really trust Mike Novogratz's opinion. I respect his opinion. Not everyone loves him to death, but I respect his ideas as a macro trader. And, and I've been following him, reading about him. He's someone that I emulate. Like, I would love to maybe not emulate 110%, but in some way, shape, or form. And he. Did
you say Novogratz?
Yeah, Novogratz. Yeah, I like him, man. I like his style. And he was like, they gave a Galaxy report. Waves was going to be the #1 pick in like late December, and I was like, man, I also did my own research and liked it, and then I saw that it would take off before the rest of the market. And I can show you guys, like, waves pumped, then the market was flat, then wave dumped, and every other coin would pump. And then waves would pump, the market would be flat, and then every other coin would pump and waves would dump. And it was always like 3 weeks ahead of the market. Very interesting,
Hey, so on that pre-sale we got in over the weekend, I had to reactivate my Twitter account. I hate Twitter. And the first tweet that I got when I activated it was Mike Novogratz. And his tweet said, the only green trade I'm in right now is Wootrade.
You saw that? I thought about you. It's so funny because I saw that. And hold up. He has asked me to go over. Hold up. He has been asking me to go over Wootrade. Like, guys, every once in a while, like, I'll lose like a supporter. Someone will be like, man, I asked you about a coin like 4 times this week. And like, why do you ignore me? You don't understand. I do have ADHD. Like, I will tell myself, yeah, I'm going over Woo. And then someone will freaking throw some shiny hup or some shiny little toy in my face. And like, we'll talk about that coin. Then we'll talk about another coin. And then I'll even mention like, got to get to Woo. And dude, Jesse nicely, cordially asked me to go over Woo probably like 3 times last week. And like,
yeah, 3 times.
And then I'm driving with my daughter to practice. And I'm like, I was like, why did you not go over Wootrade for that, man? I was like, he's probably gonna rip your head off. Like, why are you doing this? Like, and I've had subscribers be like, bro, you talk to everybody else and like you've just singled out and just not listened to me. And I'm like, bro, man, I would never do that. Like, I'm not doing that on purpose. Like, I have issues. Like,
well, that was why I initially was like, dude, you need someone to write down your tickers on the live stream.
Yeah.
It's information overload, man.
Yeah, and the bigger you get.
Yo, Wootrade looks great, bro. Look at this. Look at it, Jesse. It's in a bull pennant.
Can't see it. All I see is a white pancake. White.
Oh yeah.
White.
Wait, hold on. Let me take my face off that. A white pancake.
White. There's a white something.
Is he calling me a pancake? So Wootrade looks pretty good, man. Bottom of the trend line. Previous support line right there, right, where we had our resistance. So resistance, double resistance there. We wicked off it there. We came on for a wick there. I mean, if you have to do something, you have a bottom trend line mixing with a heavy support line, right? Let's go to like the 1 hour on Woo. Why is Wootrade? The question is, what makes Wootrade impervious to the market dump? What's going on with Wootrade? And I'm telling you, every once in a while I'll see something weird. Like one day I noticed Tim Draper was into this coin called it's like the O network. It's just a bunch of O's, like 0.00000. And quietly I saw it go from a tenth of a penny to 10 cents. Like literally before the bull market even started. This was like last May and April. And I didn't even really talk about it. No one really talked about it, but this O network. And you read these tiny little things like, and so I think there's something too, like Novogratz is focused on Woo. Just interesting, It's kind of like it's a little crumb that may lead to something. Like I've honestly made trades on crumbs like that, and they've turned out very well because it's like a piece of information not everyone else is really focused on, right?
You got a crypto OG in the market talking about a coin. Everybody's focused on Elon Musk and Doge. Meanwhile, you've got a real functioning token here, a legitimate project that has real potential, and you've got an OG, tweeting about it. I mean, come on. I mean, there's some FOMO for you right there. If that's not FOMO, then sorry.
Yeah.
You're not excited enough.
I'm kind of like, damn. And Woo, I think the chart I'm seeing for Woo, I believe you got in before that. I could be wrong, but yeah.
I'm up pretty good.
I really like this. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Form. I like that, Jesse. You were posting that chart too. I was in it. I took some profits. I posted a cup and handle chart on it, and I took some profits right around when Lifer posted the bearish divergence. Thank you for that as well. Was away from the charts, and then
awesome.
I just bought a little back in. I really like this R as well, this pirate chain. My buddy Logan's been really big on that.
I love pirate chain.
I'll share something.
It's on KuCoin now, so I don't have to go and find that weird crazy. It's on KuCoin now, so I definitely believe. That made me really happy. I missed the pump of it. It happened last night. I was like, damn it. Oh, it did pump last night. See, I thought about buying it last night too. I was about to go to bed, and I'm seeing, and I'm like, man, and I'm like, I've been a privacy coin guy for a long time. Honestly, it goes with everything that I'm about. Like you watch the movie Braveheart, and then you go buy our coin. If does anyone make that connection? I do immediately, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like he fights against authority, like. Having yours, owning what is yours, but it dumped. It did the KuCoin dump. It did the new exchange dump like it always does. And now it's got the rounded bottom, and it did a nice pump back up to 353. Not bad. But, I think as long as anything below $4 is a good buy for that coin.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna find out who there's like a crypto celebrity or trading celebrity that Logan was saying.
Yeah, I know who he is. It's the Dollar Vigilante. He's been pushing it. I like that guy a lot.
He was talking about it. Like, I guess he was just, he was, big on Bitcoin before Bitcoin was anything, so Logan was just, I'll find that article or something. And post
that guy was buying Bitcoin at $300. Now he lives in Acapulco. What he does is he travels to he moves around every 5 months, so you don't have to pay tax. If you move around enough, you don't have to pay taxes. Right. So if he basically made that he never has, like, he's never at one place too long, he figured out how they basically how to kind of just do him, Dollar Vigilante, man. I've been following him for a long time, probably about 4 or 5 years. Yeah.
Driving it up, please.
I love it. With the sunroof too, man. Looking fresh.
No, I ain't got no sunroof, man.
You got a moonroof.
No, it ain't nothing. That's funny. It looks like it is, though.
Oh, that's the windshield. Like, just, yeah. It's just like, I get it. It looks like it's above his head. Like, that's funny. Hadouken, man. Nice haircut, man. Looking fresh, bro. Looking fresh.
Thanks, man.
I noticed the details, man.
Okay. You guys need to stop flirting with me. You need some women up in the game, dude. Seriously.
Red cup, red shirt.
I'm not kidding, man.
What is it, Valentine's Day?
Hey, well,
I got messages
Yeah,
from
yeah.
people in the group saying, "Oh, dude, looking nice." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, thanks. It's nice to be flirted by guys. Thanks."
Oh my god, man.
That's fine.
Hey, it's only wrong if you like it, Hadoken.
So Hadouken, man, what's your take on the market? How you feeling? Are you tethered up?
25K.
Where are you at? What are your thoughts? To the scared lifers out there, to the people that want your undying views of the market, you know, they're like, Hadouken, what do you say? You know?
Dude, I sold out before the market crash.
Exactly. Keep saying. We'll talk about it. Like, let's talk about it. You know?
Well, simple mathematics, really. I didn't want to hold cake until up 120 from $40. That's a 3x, which means it could take, God knows, 4 months to go.
Mm-hmm.
So didn't want to waste my time or money. So I sold it. Turns out it crashed. So did BNB. And now I'm all tethered up. I'm waiting for Bitcoin to hit 25K. And I got an order for 0.40 Bitcoin on there. I'm going to follow the plan.
And this is a dude that literally, you said the last time we were at a meeting that you would panic during a dump?
Oh, yeah, dude. You have no idea. I mean, I would panic for
me?
a
Like,
drop of $1. A $1 drop, and I was panic selling, man. Oh, come on. And then it would shoot up $3 something.
Now he's tethered up waiting for 25K like a boss. See? Become a lifer, man. Like,
But
yo.
you guys taught me well, man. Seriously. It's so much support in the group. It's insane.
Yeah. I agree
Dude,
with the Hadoken.
that makes me so happy to hear, man.
Real.
because-
Yeah,
If
I mean,
it doesn't
people-
work out, if we don't hit 25K, well, then we don't hit 25K. I end up buying Bitcoin at 32K. It doesn't matter, but I still got the cash to buy it. So I'll buy more and I'll trade with that Bitcoin, just build it up. Whichever way it plays out. But that's the plan. Is what the TA is showing me. I'm going to stick to it. Like I showed it
Right,
for
gotta be
MATIC, Aave, Link, Dot. For the past 2 days, I've been shorting these coins. 300%, 150%. Nothing big, just $8, 20x short.
Mhm.
Just accumulate the money and just buy more.
If you are going to use leverage, guys, please use small amounts if you're going to begin to use leverage. And then, like, it literally small amounts for like 6 months to a year till you know how to do it fluidly. Like, the second you think you know
3%.
leverage, you'll get liquidated. I'm being honest.
3%. 3%.
Oh, if you do
3%.
use leverage, don't go crazy and don't scalp it. For the beginners, I mean, don't scalp it. Don't go in 15 minutes time frame and just enter and exit the trades. Use the 1 hour or the 4 hour is the best thing.
There you go. There you go. Treat it like a spot trade. Relax
Yeah.
it. You know, don't force it. Like you're not a pro yet.
And do
Scalping is for
not-
pros. Like I did not stop scalping until I've been trading for like 6-7 years. You know what I'm saying? Like to scalp live with 10 grand, like I would never do that when I start. Like it's funny. I had a session last night, and a guy like this guy was awesome guy, but he was like, man, he had turned his account to 1 million, lost it all. Like he basically had 110,000 Cardano, put him up for leverage, and then ended up putting up for margin, lost it all. But then took 2 grand one night, turned it back to 30K, then took the 30K back to 100, bought back the Cardano. Like it was just like, and I was like, dude, like, did you take Lipitor? Like it just, it was just like, whoa, like the blood pressure.
Well,
there,
those
like,
are the gamblers, man. It's like the people that didn't have sports for so many months. They all got into day trading, the stock market, crypto because they had to get to gambling. That's gambling. You're not doing anything smart by using heavy amounts of leverage, getting in out of coins real quick. It's like they're just getting the feel from that quick rush from gambling, and usually that never ends well.
dude, it's just like Jesse said at the beginning, like anything worth doing right? Like flash in the pan, adrenaline rush, dopamine. I'm telling you, man, they should teach a class on dopamine in high school now. I'm thinking about it because the food gets people dopamined out, and they start eating food because they're controlled by the bad behavior, pornography. There's so many bad things, and then you can go the other way and use the adrenaline and use dopamine to work out and connect it to good So it's like an addictive chemical in your brain that will attach to almost any behavior if you do it enough, and chemicals. And if you let yourself get influenced enough, you will begin to change and you won't realize it happened because the dopamine will be kind of working inside of you. Like, you get what I'm saying? And that's how leverage trading works, man. That's why I stay away from it. I'm being honest with you guys. Like, and I'm okay with saying that out loud. Oh, he's not a good trader because he doesn't leverage trade. I've done it live. I can show you I could do it. I know how much time it wastes. And I'm not saying, Hadoken saying use the 1 hour and the 4 hour. He's using small amount. I'm not going against anyone that does leverage trade. I just found my pocket. You'll find your pocket. Like I was saying, the guy who leverage trade, I said I turned $1,800 into over 100K with Cake because I did research and I learned that ETH was getting bogged up, and I got onto Binance Smart Chain. I was like, so I truly believe that being early and being heavily researched will outperform any leverage trader. And I'll be at the beach or with my buddy or with my daughter throwing a Frisbee while he's freaking up till 3 or 4 or 5 in the morning worrying about liquidations. And so remember, you're like Jesse also made a great point. You do sacrifice. Like, I do sometimes sit here in the chart for 5-6 hours a day. And I used to just work a job or, and I'd be off for a month. Sometimes I'd be between work, and all I would do is just golf or ride my bike and kind of aimlessly go through life, which wasn't as fun either. But there is time that you have to sacrifice to get anywhere and to do anything, right? And to me, leverage trading is like the get rich quick scheme, man. Like, it's like you shouldn't be able to make 10 grand off $1,000. It should be a lot. You should have to make 200 off your 1,000 and then compound it and learn how to trade.
I think like also too, like people that are, because I do some leverage trading and I was doing way more riskier stuff for a while, and I just backed off of that, and you helped me back off of that. And but I still do some now, like I get in a short here and there. I think one thing that people think is like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose all my money if I do a leverage trade. And yeah, you could, but I think one thing to do is just say, I'm gonna try to turn $10 into 20. Like, everybody can spend $10 and if you can do $10, then turn that 20 into 40, and like just start real slow. Or you could even do $5. I mean, if you want to just get a taste of it, just do and you want to get experience with the system and all that stuff, just play with super small amounts, I mean, that's the thing is I think everybody goes into leverage trading. If they're really being honest, I think they go in and they're like, I'm going to take $5,000 and turn it into 10,000. Then they don't know what they're doing. And then they don't even know what a liquidation is. And they got $10,000 riding on the thing. And
or isolated and cross, or the differences, or how much they can put in, GDLT guy has a great channel, and he's saying R is not truly private. Secret is where the privacy is. Interesting. He knows a lot. Go check out his channel, GDLT. I want to kind of work with him a bit. He's been getting a guy put me in contact with him through Telegram recently. Shout out to you, G. Thanks for coming on in. Cool. Super intelligent guy. Looks really like, if you go to his channel, similar to my frequency, spot on, like not playing games, I'm
going to be in and out. I just arrived at work, but I can kind of be in and out. So just let me.
He said you need money to make money, sadly. I agree with you.
Sure. I was just saying to get it, if you want to get down the futures, like just how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And so that's why you work and you save your money. Like, I worked a night shift for 6 years and I saved my money. What's up, buddy? What's up? He looks just like you, man.
Nephew Lyndon.
Hi.
Now,
What are you doing?
now, what about the YouTubers telling people, we're going to go to 10K, short it down, or we're going to go up. Like, it's like, that's why I wanted to make this channel technical analysis, man. It's TA. Some people come at me like, your prediction was this. And I'm like, I never made a technically, yes, I guess I could say I made a projection. I showed you where the chart pushed us. Dude, MATIC's at $1.20. Just want to say that real quick. We bought it live here on the channel, 97 cents. I'm just whatever. It's good. When you buy in the face of fear and you're up, You know, it's nice to get rewarded when like you buy when you're nauseous. No, one of my best mentors say when you feel sick inside, that's when you open your wallet.
Yeah.
He said the sicker you feel, the more nasty you feel, that's when you open it up. That's when you get it down. I use TA to know the best time to sell staking rewards. Oi, Rodney, that's interesting. I like that. Just making money from staking makes me a winner every day and allows me to do my job and enjoy time with my family. I nearly lost everything leverage trading. Was lucky to make it all back on the XRP pump, but then quit while I was ahead. 90% of day traders, 85% of day traders lose. It's a fact. You know, shout out to David, man. Much respect to you, Dave. Yeah, and I'm not against the leverage trading. Yep.
I'm sorry. Yeah, ambition.
Yep.
You know, everybody wants to be successful. Nobody has the ambition to get there. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot
This
of
guy
practice.
said, I like what this guy said. Manny, I'm no longer putting any money into crypto. I don't care if I miss out on the big pumps. I'm focusing on gaining knowledge on the charts. Once I know that knowledge, then I will. I've put too much money into crypto without much knowledge and lost in the process. I made a rookie mistake, but I'm glad I know now. I did it too, man. We all did it. I did it in the stock market, thank God. Like, not as much as crypto. But, dude, getting over your head without the knowledge. Horrible.
Get that tutoring, Manny. Get that tutoring, bro. I've been telling you. You could avoided typing both of those paragraphs out had you got tutoring instead of leverage trading.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I'm going to be hard because this dude has been DMing me. He's been getting smoked. And I keep telling the same thing. Manny, what have I been telling you for the last month and a half, bro? Type it in the chat right now what I've been telling you. And then at the same time, what did you not do that I've been telling you to do? And the reason that you wrote those two texts is because you did not take the advice of the group. I don't speak for myself, man. I speak for the group. When I'm talking one-on-one with these guys, with all the lifers that are coming in, man, I'm telling you guys, if you don't know what you're doing, get the damn tutoring. Get it. You're ruining your portfolio by reluctantly giving the market your money because you don't want to willingly give the money to lifer to give you the education that you need to prevent you from writing those two damn paragraphs. There's no reason anybody in this group should be liquidated or ruined or getting out of crypto because they have no money.
Dude, $100. No one is offering
$100.
tutoring for no one's doing it.
No.
Nobody's
Jesus,
doing
man.
it. I'm telling you right now, like
they want your leverage money. They want you to join their group and pay to get liquidated. Man, Lifer's not going to get you guys liquidated. He's trying to put money in your pocket. And every time I see one of these damn texts come up about I'm losing money, what the hell do I do? The answer is always going to be the same. Help yourself. Get the damn tutoring. Don't walk into this blind, people. This market will rip your face off and crap down your throat, and it's going to laugh at you while you're choking on it. And you could have prevented that all on your own. I've been watching this stuff for 15 years.
Yeah.
There's nothing like this on the YouTube. There's nothing like this at all in the crypto markets. Nowhere. You're going to spend $800 for 6 months to get calls, and you still won't be able to identify bearish and bullish divergence after 6 months. I promise you that.
No. I did it. I did it.
Straight, Jesse.
Yeah. God,
Look, Crypto Greg says, get tutoring, it works. Holding strong. See, one guy says, Chris says, not ruining anything, bro. Up 6x. I can teach you if you want. I am not saying that you can't leverage trade properly. I'm telling you that it takes a lot of your time and that I've outperformed leverage trading by doing heavy research and buying things before a lot of other people.
And Wesley's right, man.
Show me the leverage trader to turn $1,800 into $110,000. Show me, because I have the wallet to prove it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I didn't take profits at the exact top, but I did it. I did it. You know, I took profits in the middle, but I'm just saying I did it. Like, show me the leverage trader that did it. Like, and I'm not saying you can't leverage. I think it's a great way to make money if that's. But I'm telling you right now, it'll eat up a lot of your time. There's no leverage trader that just sets it and forgets it and goes golfing. I'm telling you right now, that's an oxymoron. You can't even go to sleep when you're leverage trading. You sleep with two eyes open when you're leverage trading.
Yeah, Crypto Face got wrecked. BitBoy Crypto got wrecked. why are you still listening to Big Boy Crypto? Tell me. Give me one reason.
This dude just said
that's
unsubbed
what I
right now.
That's a great point about the stress it brings you. When I first met Lifer, I'm sorry to say this, but you are very heavy in the charts, and I could see you were in the charts probably, I don't know, 30 hours a day. Your face looks stressed, but now you're looking good. Your head's in the clouds, you're clear. I think it's a great opportunity now for everyone in the market. Now we have a dip to get the education right, learn what they need to learn, and get themselves ready for what's next to come.
It's funny, when I first met Wrenchy, it was like this push and pull relationship. Like he would say things to me that like normal people wouldn't kind of say, and I'd be like, yo, man, like, and it was funny because he ended up being someone I like appreciated more than and I never thought that was gonna happen. It's just so funny, like the connections and the lifers and the group that I formed in the kind of the core of our trading group, and everyone has a strength. But the core thing about every one of us here is
the way he was talking to you when I first met you. I thought he was like your brother, your best friend, or something.
Yeah,
I
I said you're my little brother, and he was like, I'm only 15 years old. And I was like, how old are you really, bro? And he's like, he would just be like, I'm 12, man. I'm only 12. And I was like, all right, man. If you're 12 years old, like, I was like, I appreciate you being in the group. And then I said to be like, guys, this guy might be 12. Like, we gotta be careful. Like we gotta, like, I was like, oh man, he was messing with me. I'm like, yo, stop messing with me, man. Like, yeah, it's funny, man. But everyone in this group is someone who is not fazed by a dip, is someone who has a good mental mind state about them, right? And who's someone who, in my opinion, keeps people around them who benefit them, like who are positive and add to their lives. You see what I'm saying? So like, I wake up every day in this Telegram group and in this meeting here we're having, and it's like, I don't know, man. It's such a breath of fresh air, for having to go places where I was surrounded by people that I couldn't choose to be. When you work for someone else, you're put in an office around people you do not choose to be around. And we all are very unique and special beings. I'm telling you right now, every one of us, multidimensional, in my opinion. And we are so unique, and our frequencies are so different, and we all need, like look at all my plants in my garden. Like, some of them have different pHs in soil. Like, there's just like, there's so many flowers, but they're just, and dude, when you're in your garden, there's nothing better.
Right. Uh-huh.
You don't
Crypto is
get
a garden. Crypto is a vegetable garden. Every time you plant a seed, no matter if that seed is healthy or not, you're going to reap what you sow. If you walk into a crypto market with no knowledge, if you walk into a trade with no knowledge, if you can't understand a candle pattern, if you don't know what you're looking at, your seed's not going to grow. Your garden is not going to flourish, and you're not going to get any tomatoes for your tomato and mayo sandwich in the summertime. You're going to be having 2 slices of bread. There's nothing in the middle. Treat your portfolio like your seed bank, and take care of those seeds. Cherish those seeds, because that's what's going to make you the fruit to get more seeds, to get you where you need to go. Invest in yourself. Have the ambition to actually grow a garden and have it be fruitful. Learn about why the garden grows, not just watch it grow, but understand how it grows. Water your babies, and your portfolio will grow. And you won't be FOMOing or panicking when the markets are down. You'll be excited about this stuff. You'll know it. You'll see it, and you'll see it coming, and it's not going to freak you out. Like Hakoken said, I did the exact same thing that he did. When the red candles would come, I panic sold.
Guys,
and then the market would mysteriously reverse.
We are at 9.999. One more person.
Oh, wow.
One more, 10 more people. 10 more people, and we crack it. 10 more people, man. 10 people. Like, can you guys share this to 10 people, bro? It's 999 right now, man. We got to do the live watch. It's so close. It's like we might as well just got to push it. But Hakoken, what projects are you personally honing in on? What are your quote unquote babies? If the market bottomed today and you had 50K, what would you put 10K in? Like, what 5 coins would you put 10K in?
Well, I'll share my plan with you. I will not buy a whole bunch of coins. I'm picking the major assets. So DOT, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BNB. The main reason is because DOT is an asset that I will hold for a 10x, but the rest I can use to trade. So that's my plan. And as for the other projects, I have a little bit of cash aside. Formation Phi is something that I'll be keeping on. I really like it. I think it's had a strong use case.
Yeah, I got
When
the
it
chart.
bottoms, I think it's pretty cool. It's almost near bottom.
I got the chart up right here. I mean, kind of a cup and handle, falling wedge, broke out of the falling wedge, created a higher low. See that? At about, this is it, Formation 5, Forum, yeah. Created a higher low at 25. So,
Bitcoin plays,
and then that had a pump right here. I think the market kind of pumped a little bit. We'll take a look at the market before we leave as well. But yeah, I like that project a lot when you put it on my radar, honestly. Honestly, Father's Day, I took, I didn't take the day completely off, but my wife was like, you deserve one day. She's like, one day. And I was like, but the market, my channel, and she's like, you got to take one day. And, like we're going to go and just spend, Muser came to visit me. It was really nice. We had a lunch, overlooking the water. And honestly, I'll tell you a funny story. I never got to tell the story, but I'm in Lava Cake. It says I'm up $75,000. How dare they even say you're up that much money? Like, whatever, right? How dare they do that? And, of course, I had to coach a soccer game at exactly like 10, at 9:45 was the game. And the game changes every week. But, of course, that week, it's at 9:45. And then Lava says in 2 hours. And it's literally 8:45. And I'm like, the game's going to end at 10:45. I'm going to be at the field, and I'm going to have to harvest this lava, and press the lava button. And he had to leave. He was like, I'm leaving at 8 in the morning that night. And I wake him up, and I'm like, man, could you stay at my house and harvest my lava while I go to the soccer game? And he's like, I got you, bro. I was like, and he lives like 2 hours away, an hour drive, and then a boat ride. And I was like, dude, I'll just have to drive you an hour down to the coast. I was like, and I told him, I was like, if you stay, I'm giving you $4,000. I was like, if this clears 70, 60 grand, 30 grand, I was like, I'm giving you $4,000 for being out of your way and staying here. I was like, and we can celebrate. So I was like kind of excited, like I could kind of hook my buddy up. He'd probably just buy more XRP with it immediately, but I was excited to hook him up. I was like, yo, this is gonna be awesome, and then I said, you know what, don't worry. Like if you fumble, if the computer crashes, I'm not gonna be mad at you, bro. I said, no matter what happens, I love you.
I was nervous.
If it's 400, if it's 300, I said if it's 0, I said, it's a scam. I told him to his face, I said, it's probably gonna be a scam. And it's gonna
no pressure, Muser. No pressure.
And he's like, all right, man, I got you. And I left him, and he was talking to my wife. They refreshed the page, and he's like, I'm ready. I got this. And we went over how to sell on Pancake Swap, and we get, and how to, and I'm at the game. I'm kind of I think I was a little tense on the kids, just a little bit. I did scream a few times, if you're not moving your feet, you can come to the sidelines. I was like, because a bunch of my kids just weren't running, and I was like, listen, and it was 6-on-6, and I had 12 kids because the other team didn't have enough people. Normally I only have 3 kids in the sideline, so I had to keep swapping kids out to get everyone to run, and some of the kids were just standing there. So I said to them, I got kids that want to play. If you want to stand, you can stand over here on the sidelines, But I call him on FaceTime, and he's got this face on. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, what is it, man? He's just like, yeah, it's not good. He's like, it went to 3 cents. I was just like, oh, man.
You didn't even let yourself, man. I was like, countdown 10 now. I'm like, here we go. I'm shaking them all.
Point of the story is then I had to drive him to the coast. Then I had to drive him to the coast, which I wasn't planning on going that day. It was no plan on doing that. Found this restaurant I had gone to when I was a kid, overlooking the water. We woke, actually right after that we got back. I had put I think $100 or $40 into P-Dog, and it was $1,600. And I sold the exact top at 69. It went to 74. Later on that day, it would tank all the way to 21 cents for the next day, bro.
Really?
And so we made $1,600. We slapped each other's hand. I said, I'm going to use some of this to go out to dinner, and we're going to have a blast. And we drove out to the coast, and we had and it's just so cool, man. It wasn't planned. I had no idea it was going to happen. And so Lava Cake, thanks for screwing us over. we ended up having a great afternoon, you know, and another story of just like going with the flow and letting life. And if you're around the right people, those things are going to happen. If you're living on the right frequency, you're not hurting anybody, you're not screwing anyone, you have no negative karma, your chakras will open, you're going to attract the right people into your life, and then those people are going to guide you too. Like, and when you're up and down, like these guys are the people that held me down, right? Today's a crazy day, market's up, we have a round table. We break it down. We look at things for what they really are, right? We have a group discussion. Jose, where's the bottom, man?
Well, like I told you, I'm waiting like Hakoken for 2025. Worst case scenario, 13, 14. So, and remember, we should now be retesting the death cross at daily. So maybe we go up to the 200 MA and then down again. That's what I think it will happen. So.
One thing I want to show now, when you talk about the pi cycle top on Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
Can I see that I'm not going to show the pi cycle logarithmically, but I want to show the spot, spot weekly. Let's see. And we're going to go to the weekly, and you say that whenever we do get the pi cycle top, we revisit the 200 MA on the weekly chart.
We did the last times, yes.
So that would be right now. That's 13K, but it could move up a little more. It's interesting too. You know what's funny? Hakoken, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Remember we create time, right? So time doesn't exist, right? So if you see something on a smaller time frame, it can be valid on a larger time frame, correct? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Remember when you taught us that when the 200 becomes part of the chart on the 4 hour, the price goes right to it eventually?
Yeah.
The 200 just appeared on the weekly on Bitcoin, right there. And that would go with your idea that we would come to it now. See what I'm saying?
So what's the price at on 200?
13. 13.5.
Damn.
That's you.
Well,
that's your awesome, and you found that, and it's pretty true too.
What? Oh, but see, you have to bear in mind that.
No, I'm not saying it's valid. I'm just, it's cool to brainstorm.
It's the time frame. So on the new coins, right? The 4 hour actually.
Why can't we see your beautiful face? And that nice tight red shirt. What's going on?
Dude, again, seriously. I'll be on. I just want to tease you a little bit, get you worked up. All right, you have to think about the time frame. So that 4 hour only worked on Jeju Doge, so it was a meme coin, right?
Okay.
But all the other ones, they only worked on the daily because there is not enough support yet. So it's only going by the 50 MA of the 100 MA.
Okay.
So when it comes up on the daily, then it goes up there. So weekly. What Jose is saying, that we retest the death cross on daily, which means it's sitting at about 40 something K, 42, 44.
Mm-hmm.
We might go there, and by that time we come back down, it might be sitting at 20K, the weekly MA, so you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now the 200 is sitting at 40K. Death cross
Also,
still hasn't occurred yet. Very close.
Tomorrow,
And honestly, guys, death crosses are latent. Price will dump way before the death cross, just so you know. So like, it's not a good indicator. Like, it's not like you say jump, I say how high. It is a landscape. And when I say landscape, when I use the word landscape in trading, making the idea that you're looking through a window and looking at a broader picture. Like, you're looking out. And so, yes, it forbears things coming, right? But it's not going to pinpoint. You're not going to trade on the death cross is what I'm trying to say. Like, look how much we dumped already, and we haven't, But look how beautiful this retest of the 200 MA was. I kind of regret not shorting that because that's like too perfect. Like, that's simple. Go to the daily and short the retest of the 200 MA. I mean, that's like a simple theory. Sometimes even the simple things bypass me when I'm looking at so many different charts and things. But like, that's a simple idea. Also, look, shoulder, head, and shoulder. You can see it right there. even in the chunky daily time frame. Don't. You know, I had this theory. Is this a possible head and shoulder forming inverted? Just a theory I'm throwing out there. You know, I'm building it. Just a thought. Probably not possible, but, and then is this a bear pennant that broke down? I took the measured move, and it gives me 19K. 19K. And I have seen measured moves go all the way to like the 21 right there. And that could give us 12K. Right? I've done this before and it's played out. I've actually done this like a few hundred times and the measured move hits. I hate to do that because all I do is what I can do. I don't change my forecast because I hit 10K subscribers. Hopefully that's why I hit 10K subscribers, right? Anyway. And it's not easy being a real YouTuber. Believe me, I see the algorithms when these guys are feeding fish and they're getting the love. And I'm like, damn. And it's almost greed. That's greed. There's greed in YouTube is a lot like trading in a way. You want to up your views. So you get called to do things that maybe you know you shouldn't be doing. But you want to up those views because you're greedy. Because you want everyone to see you. So you'll sell Bybit links and you'll tell people that, you know, and you'll shill coins just because, oh, I need content. Like one guy said, a lot of YouTubers need content. They just need it. So they're going to freaking talk or make a video about any gosh damn thing at this point. Thank God our YouTube channel, they always say when you start a business, you better find the exact crux and meaning of that business. That's what you should be working on for the first couple months. If you're off, that business will survive 2-3 years, but it will collapse. It will collapse because eventually the core foundation of that business won't resonate with the clientele and you won't be able to carry on a strong growth, right? So here, we're real every single day. So now we get to be real every single day. And now we get to actually monetize realness. We don't have to make a bunch of nonsense. I don't have to shill a bunch of coins, right? I think it's beautiful.
It is. That's the difference between your channel and a lot of these other, shill channels. Let's be real here. I watch 15 minutes of BitBoy and I'm ready to vomit because he's just talking about, nonsense. And he's just he's trying to fill the void is what I see when I listen to him. Is like he's just talking the talk and the content that he even brings out, from what I have seen, I'm really not impressed by it. He's relying on a paid, I know you've got it and I'm not trying to knock it, but that's what he relies on for his Bitcoin trades, at least the last month or two anyway. He was all about the, damn it, what's it called? That big program you bought. And he got wrecked. He got wrecked using the program. The very thing that he was relying on ruined. And that's pretty much every YouTube crypto video that I see out there. Is these guys are getting wrecked by their own sauce.
This is JD again. I think I'm coming in a little late just with this thought here, but I think that's why we're all here. Especially like us admins. We all just kind of gravitated together from other places, and we stay here because the integrity's there. We're not, I think that's why nobody's right 100% of the time, but at the same time, it's like, I think it speaks volumes that you're like, I'm not gonna live on YouTube. Like DM me your product, your project, but I'm not gonna shill it if it's a piece of junk. And I think, that speaks volumes. And like you said, your business will stand the test of time. And that's why we also kind of stick around because it's, we believe in integrity ourselves. And so we attract more integrity to us, and a lot of times people that come into the group that they just want the fast stuff and they end up leaving, but that's okay because, we want slow organic growth and we want quality people that want to chart, that want to invest in themselves. And there's people out there, it's like the 80-20 rule. We are the 20%, that are willing to do the work to put the time in, and the 80% is all those people that have the higher views. But what do you freaking do, So
I think it's good what you're doing and what you've built, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
And there are good channels out there that are growing too.
Oh,
there are good channels out there growing. So not to say all, but 80% are probably, kind of.
It's the 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule.
Yeah,
Someone wrote, I hope this channel.
There's a lot of people out there that take your money, and Love Learning just gave $20 to the Crypto Lifer because
took a year off at the perfect time. She was the first person I tutored. I could cry she was.
Yeah.
Been
there for a long time.
And so man.
See that you've built a great community, man. All the admins, everybody that you have in your community is helping people out. I mean, this is probably one of the few crypto communities that actually help people out. And I will constantly see people coming into the chat group, just begging for a token. And the first thing I do is I was like, I'm going to kick you out. I'm going to kick you out. And that tells me that they're not right for the group, because in my opinion, the first question that they probably should have asked, they probably found the YouTube channel. So they've watched a video or two. And then the first question you should ask in the chat room is how do I become like the Lifer? Not what coin's going to get me 100x. Man, people, how do I be like the Lifer? If you really want to be like the Lifer, you got to do the tutoring, and you got to put in the time, and you got to put in the work, and you got to help, and you have to give back.
And honestly, you don't even have to sign up for tutoring with me is great. I think it'll be, I know I'm going to put in 110%, but sign up for whoever you want. Just get some gosh damn hands-on training.
Yeah,
I knew I needed it. Trading is you can watch as many videos as you can, but yesterday when I bought it, I showed how you would have bought into divergence on the 1 minute chart. That's beautiful. No one ever showed me that stuff, man. And I'm I don't know if I'm not saying I have a learning disability. I pick up things quick, but I want to build the whole picture to say I get it. And to do that, I need a good teacher, man. And I need someone that's willing to break it down for me in pieces. I go through this channel a lot, and I tutor people all the time, and I know it's a lot of information. But that's why then you get the PowerPoint, and it says, can you draw a bullish pattern? That's the first thing you need to worry about for a few days. Don't worry about divergences. Don't worry about moving averages. Can you draw a bullish? Because if you can't draw a bullish pattern, you can't go through my PowerPoint. You can't go down to the next level. So now you know that. Okay. Now you can draw a bullish pattern. Okay. Can you establish bullish patterns? Can you find them? Now you need to spend a week going through, Jesse said, go through Bitcoin, go through Bitcoin's life and find as many bull pennants as you can. Count how many broke out, count how many broke down. Find your own percentages. Don't listen to me. Do they break out 68% of the time? Back test that for yourself. Start asking questions that you wouldn't even have had without your teacher. That's the thing.
The best channel in your group is the beginner's room. That's where the real enthusiasts are. I can tell who's hungry and who wants this by who's in there and who's posting and being active. Those are the people that I'm going to give my energy to.
I tell people that all the time too. I'm listen, I got really good admins in here that are here to learn, but you gotta once you go hard. This guy one must work for David Letterman or some MSN late night show to be it's Crypto Lifer. Don't forget the reoccurring Boston accent. This guy. But dude, I worked at night. Yeah, I did work for David Letterman. That's another good point. I got there working the night shift on reality TV. Making Mob Wives on MTV. That's how I got to work for Netflix. I spent 7 years working on crap. Okay? No, I did.
Yeah.
Making Novartis commercials and Aflac commercials and Army commercials. I made Army commercials. I would go home and throw up. I made pharmaceutical and Army commercials for 4 years of my life. And I was like, what am I doing in this industry? What am I peddling? Why, and working late nights and busting my ass. And I started making TV that I didn't agree with, but I had to make money. And it sucked because I was I have to use all my talents to put out a frequency that I don't agree with. And it just wasn't cool with me. And it ate away my soul. So like,
Yep.
But to do what you love, you need to discipline yourself. You're not going to get anywhere dreaming and sitting, you know, and like, and you kind of have to, you might have to go on your own. You might need to be alone for a while.
Hey man, true rebels walk alone anyway.
You may not have one person really, like you have friends and you have people backing you up, but like, it's going to be on you. It's going to be on you.
Yep. That's right.
Nobody is going to save you. Nobody is going to save you. Like, people will come out of the woodwork once you save yourself.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. Like,
yeah,
you'll feel alone when you're down and out. When you're on top of the world, everyone will be there. It's weird, you know? Because it's your frequency. So important.
They help you because you're willing to help yourself.
You can only help someone so much, man. You know, it's like, if they're not willing to help themselves, and you know, it's not going to help.
That's right. That's right.
Someone wrote, story of my life, all my time falling on the factory floor. Damn. Some heavy words. You know? It's crazy. You have to laugh about it. Don't cry. No, honestly, my tears are just such, they're tears of joy of being released from a prison that I was in. That's really what it is. It's like, wow. Like, you know, and then when they try to, like, you know, and then I know so many young people or people that put their money in this crypto and they see it go down today and they're down and out, and I know it's like, and it's not easy. Just know I was there on the night shift watching my accounts drain out. Like, I'm in such a better place now. Like, you know, so it's...
Everybody admires the destination where you're at. Everybody sees the Lambo you're in. Everybody sees the mansion. Everybody sees, you know, the 5 girls you got hanging off your arms. But nobody gives...
Wait. Hold on.
Playboy Jungle.
That was for Hakoken. But nobody cares about how you got there. Nobody sees that struggle. You know, nobody sees you scraping your knees when you walk up the steps to your mansion that you built by your own bare hands. Nobody sees that. They only see the results of your labor that you put in. And that's what people focus in on. That last result is the end result of hours and hours and hours of hard work, tears of frustration, joy, anger. It's all there. You don't see that. You don't ever see that. And that's what discourages people when they actually have to struggle, when they actually have to get up in the morning instead of sleeping until 10 o'clock. That's when people check out because they don't have the ambition. They don't have the drive.
That's why I love every boss that made me feel really little. Because sometimes I mean, I always had an inner ambition, but there was times when my candle got blown out. There was times when my hope was diminished. There was times where I thought, probably never for me. I'm just going to be a regular person and never really reach these great ideas and dreams I had. But then there was bosses that made me feel so little and so small. And then there was like prisons I felt like I was in. And it was like, dude, if you don't sack up, this will be your life. And it's weird because you get depressed because you're in the zone, and then the depression creates lack of motivation. You stop working out. I've been there. You get into this rut. Your trades don't go well. You start saying, well, everything I buy tanks. You know, you're not believing things. Like, you just... And just like you can spiral up, you can spiral down. And like, you know, and honestly...
Nobody's going to help you if you don't believe in yourself. That's the most important thing. You've got to believe in yourself.
A stone is broken by the last stroke of the hammer. That doesn't mean the first stroke is useless. Success is the result of continuous efforts.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Sometimes you get that feeling where you feel comfortable with what you're doing. I think the feeling that discomfort, you know, like I travel a lot, and like when I go somewhere and I'm like, it's kind of culture shock and I'm out of my comfort zone, I think you learn the most about yourself, and you just learn life lessons that way. The feeling of discomfort, I think, is the best life lesson you can get yourself into. Like, put yourself in those discomfort, those uncomfortable situations. You learn how to get out of them, and it's such a learning lesson to get out of that feeling, you know?
Absolutely. That discomfort is the thing you need to be in. The obstacle is the way. If it feels like you can't get over that, then you have to go towards that obstacle to get over it.
It's like facing your fears, you know? You gotta dive right into it, you know? It's the only way to learn.
This guy wrote, thoughts become things. Make sure your mind is ready and willing to go. I love that, Crypto Greg. Another guy said, I tried to work. Life wasn't for me. I had to get out and get self-employed. Now I have assets working for me. Jobs drain you.
Yeah.
Got to go through the dirt in order to become a flower.
No kidding, huh?
Yeah.
That's right.
10K.
Don't be afraid.
10K. I think we hit 10K. Hold on. I think we did.
At the refresh.
We did it, dude. We did it. We did.
Dang, 10K.
We did it, man.
10K.
Did it.
Bravo.
Big applause. Big applause.
That's incredible, man. That's incredible.
That JD trying to say something?
I was gonna say, just touching on that subject. It's just, I was gonna say, an analogy for myself is when I teach students and stuff. And I used to teach a lot of kids, and it's like kids will always come in because they see. It's like you said, like living in the mansion. They see me playing on stage, or they see somebody on stage, and they're like, I could do that. And then it's almost like instantly, like a month in, when they're like, holy shit, I gotta get calluses on my fingers. I gotta practice with a metronome. I gotta really work at this. Then they lose interest, and it's the ones that really want it that strive, and it's just such a treat to see them grow. And I guess I would just say, like, don't be the kid that just wants to date. You gotta love the journey more than the destination.
Yeah.
JD had a good metaphor with the guitar, because I play the guitar too, and it's like when you're learning how to play the guitar, it's the most frustrating thing to get in those ruts where you're like, I can't learn this. I'm never gonna learn this song. I'm never gonna learn this song. And this the repetition of just keep working at it, and then all of a sudden your fingers just magically do it. Like you just put it down, you can go back at it the next day, and all of a sudden you're doing something you wouldn't think you could even, like a week earlier, you couldn't possibly learn how to do. It's just that repetition and believing in yourself, and things happen that you couldn't even imagine.
Yeah, it's like every day, Lifer's there drawing 100 freaking lines on a chart on the live stream. I mean, he's only going to get better at seeing, trend lines and all that kind of stuff. It's just more hours.
Repetition.
I think it's like it takes 10,000 hours to become a master of any one thing. I think it is. That's I think that's what's something. But.
Dude, and it's crazy, like, the amount that, like, when you build anything too, everyone wants what they see. Like Jesse said, but like, there's so much work in everything in life. Like, we manifest our realities and we create everything that we have. Like, you create your sadness, you create your depression, you create your lack of financials. You are creating that. I know people come from different places, and I definitely think there's struggles in different environments, but your energy and your vibe is controlled by you. And the second you say you're feeling a certain way because of something else or someone else, you gotta find out why you're using an excuse for why you can't control your own energy. I did it for years. I'm talking as someone who struggled. Probably my energy was so strong that it needed to be harnessed for me to go. Sometimes that can be a struggle for people. And then you're destined for something amazing, and then when you keep missing it, it hurts. And you're like, but I know. And I think we all should feel something like that. We all are here for a purpose. a true purpose, you know, whether, and I think not all of us, you know, you might not accomplish that. Like, there's a chance you do not go with your destiny in this life. Like, I'm being honest. It's there are pockets in time where, like, Eminem made that song, like, lose yourself, you know, you may never let it go. You get one chance. Do not miss your chance to blow, because opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Like, buying Bitcoin right here, like, on these lows, not being scared, it takes knowing yourself. I like that new channel, that guy, you know, in, what is it, indemnification, or, you know, you guys know, he blew up on BitBoy, uncomplication, Ryan, and he's just always saying, like, know what you're getting into. Like, how much time did you waste looking at charts? Like, are you okay with that? You know when you're getting into crypto, like, you're going to sacrifice some of your time, right? And just be okay with that. Like, be okay with what, and it's not just money you're giving to this crypto thing. You're giving, like, your time and your attention, you know? It sucks to be in the market for a year and a half and panic sell out and leave with nothing. Like, because you gave a lot of your time. Forget the money. You gave a lot of your time. And you could have been weaving baskets at least. You know what I'm just saying, like, you could have come out with something. So the sad part about it is the people that got into the market, it was feeling great. The market was looking good. If you asked me to jump into Bitcoin, I would have said, you know, we're a little high right now. When anyone asked me, should I buy in right now? I said, you want a dollar cost average at all times. That would be any tutoring. Should I get in? What should I do? I said, well, you never know. And I said, you always use a stop loss. Like, I even remember one day someone said, should I get into Bunny? I said, yeah, but anything could get hacked at any time. You have to be ready to lose it all if you're doing staking on a site. I said, I'm ready to lose this 20K in Bunny. I said, I can't believe I'm saying that, but I'm ready. No, because it's like, don't get depressed,
that's reality.
Man. Don't go outside in the rain and get pissed when you're wet. Like,
right.
Come on, man. Like,
I mean, do you get mad when you buy a lottery ticket and you don't win? What are you upset more about? Are you upset more that you spent $5 on a lottery ticket that you didn't win? Or are you upset that you didn't win the lottery? Most of you are going to say, well, I'm upset that I spent the $5. And that's your first mistake right there.
My job is taking away my energy, he says, but without a job, I won't get money. I feel you, bro. I was there. So what do? You save the money. I don't care how small the money is. My dad always said, a penny saved is better than a penny spent. Like, and dude, I'm telling you right now, there's a guy that makes $200-300 grand a year, but he takes his wife out, he parties, he goes to steak dinners, and he's left with 40. There's a guy that makes 80 and he saves 25 of it. I'm just like, I lived in a 1-bedroom apartment with my wife and kid for 10 years. Like, the second I got a chance to get out of that, I stayed in it. And it was rent controlled. And we knew that the rent would only went up like $150 in New York for 10 years. No one went through that. We were like the luckiest people on earth. I kept working the night shift. I kept finding ways. I got a motorcycle so I could deliver and have another side business. Like, I found a way. And then I found Bitcoin. And I said, oh my gosh. And then I worked another job and they didn't give me the job, but they kept my name in there. And then they would call me on Thursday and say, hey, could you come in on the weekends and work for us? And I said, yeah, even though I was still working a night shift. And I put 7 hours into work a week. And I would buy Bitcoin with that money. So, like, don't tell me that you can't get out of it. Because you can get out of it, bro. I don't know. I'm so sorry to be emotional. I didn't sleep a lot last night. But, like, you can get out of it, man. You can get out of it. Like, it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
And you're going to, maybe you'll eat ramen noodles some nights. I'm not lying to you. But, like, that's why the best things in life are free, though. You can always go to the beach with a friend and throw a frisbee and realize how lucky you are to run around and be alive. Like, in those times when I was saving my money and and 2 of my friends became multimillionaires and I watched them sell a company for $225 million. And I was on a night shift like, what's wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? You know? And it was like, number one, never compare yourself to somebody else. They weren't even born at the same time as you. They aren't even given the same energies and gifts you were given. Like, it's not even, like, pointless to compare yourself to anyone in this world. And that's another reason why people stay in trades, because someone else made 110%. So you need to do it. And that's why another people leverage trade, because they saw Carl the Moon do it. And they think, well, he lives in Dubai. He just donated 100 grand to a bunch of little kids. He changed his life. But they don't realize that he changed his life making commission off of a lot of people that lost money trading. And whatever it is, no, and you know, and he also put a lot of work in, and he did a YouTube channel every day. I'm not taking he also hustled his butt off too, right? He also, you know, I'm not going to take away from his hustle and his struggle. And, you know, I wouldn't even be talking about him if he didn't put in the work. So, but, you know, do not compare yourself to, if you're up 10x, 5x, take your money, man. Who cares if Bobby's up 100? 100x, I need 100x, you know, even I've made video 100x, you know, because that's what people want. But it's like, dude, if you live in your own lane, I woke up this morning and my mom sent me an article. I do not read the news ever. I don't read it. I dabble in this little stuff, coin stuff, and I look at Bitcoin, and that's it. I finally read the news for the first time this morning. A new variant's coming. A new variant's getting you all. The unvaccinated. It was insane. I'm telling you right now. It was. You should RVS now is getting sent. Now they're making another RVS syndrome is getting you baby. That's why my mom sent it to me. Little babies are getting sick with RVS. It's spreading fast. Make sure you mask up. Like, yo, like.
Take a second and look at the environment that's around you right now. I mean, I don't watch the news either. I read the news just so I can keep an edge.
Yeah.
But
to see what everyone else is being brainwashed.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
See what else is freaking out.
I want to see what frequency they're on, because I want to see what they're being fed, you know?
And man, if you look at the news, it's all FUD. It's all FUD. And I know people who live in the news.
Dude, it's not even FUD crypto. It's FUD life. Like, they're trying to lower my frequency, bro.
Yeah.
They were trying to lower my frequency this morning, like, for sure.
They're trying to lower everybody's frequency. Man, they're trying to pollute everybody's mind. Man,
Speaking of which, I just sent you a link. Mike Novogratz is on CNBC. It's a great clip. And he's on CNBC, and he's talking about shorting the market, and they cut him off. You got to play that for everybody. Just to show you what the mainstream media, they don't want you to short, they want you to buy.
Let's see what's going on.
What does that mean?
I like this man. This man has never steered me wrong, I'll tell you that, guys. I've been watching him for years. Every move he's made, I've been calculatedly watching him. He has never, I should never say never. So far, he hasn't steered me wrong. Let's get this clip playing. Let me see here.
I've always hedged my crypto portfolio with a big short.
I mean, do what you want with it, but it is kind of shady.
We'll see. Are you stacking yet? Are you right? And so, like I always said, I've always hedged my crypto portfolio with a big short, 5-year position. We'll see. Are you stacking yet?
He's so smart. See? He has a 5-year short hedge on the market. See?
Hedged my crypto portfolio with a big short, 5-year position.
He shorts the so
and they cut him off.
But off of actual CNBC, freak out, go to commercial when he lets the cat out the bag about his big short position. Interesting. Digital asset investor. But he said he always does that. Like, he has enough money, he puts $1 billion in the market, then he opens up a 5-year leverage short at like a couple X for like, a couple $100 million. So he loses $100 million, no worries, the market keeps rapping. But if he takes a loss, he ends up break even. You get it? Because that's where I want to be. Guys, I'm not even close to the trader I need to be. You have no idea how much more work I need to put in. Like, you guys think I'm good at trading? Come on, man. I am.
Yeah, people like him always hedging their bets.
I am a pip. I am a. Like, I have so much more work to do, man. Like,
you always got to stay humble, man. You always got to learn every day, man. Never think that you perfected anything. When you think that you've figured it out, go harder.
Saving and investing is the key to escaping the working class. And that's what's the problem is now they're making. See, this is what scares me. Is you had a chance to get out when we were 4 years ago. Now, like, you save your money now. I mean, it still works. Because you could still, in the next 6 months, save 10 grand and then buy into Bitcoin, right? When hopefully it's only 40, the sad thing is, like, 10 grand's a lot of money for people to save, and it looks like, at the very least, maybe you'll get a half a Bitcoin. I don't know if you'll get a whole one ever again. I'm not saying it's, what do you guys think? Will you ever get a whole Bitcoin for 10K?
I think maybe 14 might be low.
If you get really lucky in the bear market and it just wicks down to 9K to fill the CME gap, then yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't hurt to put a limit order in there, right?
Yeah. But still, you're still screwed because if you have 10 grand saved up, you have to put in the order for the entire money. At about 9K, you still lose time and money.
True.
So,
True.
Yeah, he said, all the news is lies. Fear is a motivator. That's why they're doing, no matter how much we combat and expose their lies with truths. There's more than crypto that we need concern. I believe that.
Sam, when I was with you this past weekend, we talked about that chart that I was looking at, and it showed you every time the mainstream media said something, the exact opposite happened. It was like every time they said to buy this or buy this, it dropped, or every time they said short this, it would go up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when they want the masses to do something, you got to think the opposite, because they're obviously trying to steer you in the wrong direction. They've been doing it for years, and they'll keep doing it.
that's why I didn't buy into MATIC when Tika Tiwari started talking about it. I'm not going to buy MATIC at 250. Are you kidding me? It's already on 250x.
What a fool, right?
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to make me a fool. Fuck no.
No, I know. Like, what? Like they try to play you, man. That guy.
Yeah.
I watched this video one day, and he was like, "When everyone tells you that they're telling you the secret that no one's telling you, they're full of shit, man. Go watch his videos that play and run. I've watched 10 of them. One day I was cooking, and the ad played on, and it just kept running, and it just like I have ADHD, so I listened to his 30 minutes of his entire. I'm telling you, what Wall Street doesn't want you. It's like. And then he has that guy, Brian Brooks, with London Real, who's a nice dude. And now he's shilling Tika all day long. And it's kind of like, Brian, bro, like you're a voice of like, you like speak out against masks. And you had David Icke and all these people on your channel. And now you're shilling Tika Tiwari.
Yeah, you got to be able to look right through that stuff. When you see like a well-scripted guy trying to tell you, to buy something, like you can't, that's when you're like, obviously I'm not taking this guy's advice. You got to think for yourself. You can't just, this guy's telling me to buy something, I should buy something. To put the work in, like the Lifer does, put the TA in, know yourself. Don't just listen to someone else.
That $10 cake is already, $9.93 cake is back to $12. See, that's how you make. See,
and
the
everything
market.
did a little pump while we were sitting there.
Today's what you buy and sell right now, 20%. Now you get out.
Right.
See, you could get in and get out right now. Like Crypto Greg said, he got in, he made 5K on MATIC, he's out. He's out. He made 5K and he's done. He's good for the day. Another closed trade. And he said he did it with the help of the Crypto Lifers. He said, thanks to you. What did he say here? Guys, about 5 more minutes. I'm going to run out of here. My wife gave me the look. You've been online a long time. Got a lot of stuff to do.
You guys hear me?
You're super low. You're super low, and you've been saying such beautiful things. So we definitely want to hear you.
Hold on a second. Yeah, go ahead and talk for a second, Jimmy.
Check.
Hold on. And back to just knowing what you're investing in this market. Like when we always say zoom out. Like I know this looks tough, and it's been tough for this whole month, but. Me and Sam, another thing we talked about this past weekend, this is a brand new asset class. That doesn't just happen. It happens, every 200 years, maybe, if that. So know that, we're all down in our portfolios. I haven't even looked at my portfolio in about a month. But you got to know what you hold. You got to put the research in and put the TA in and know what you're doing. You can't just buy anything. That's just gambling. You're just buying just to make money. You're gambling. You don't gamble with your hard-earned money.
Jocelyn said, just leave the stream going till 11K.
We'll get there.
Hey, can you
guys
hear me
watch
now?
Sunday night's live stream with me and Jocelyn. Towards the, I just, improvisationally hit him up. It's hilarious. Like, I kind of went off script a little bit. We were going back and forth. I think it's one of the funniest back and forth I've seen in a while. It's pretty funny.
That was pretty hilarious.
I said it is or it isn't, and I would ask him a question that we'd have to answer if it is or it isn't, and like I give him all these crypto things, and like then I was like, I get to ask you 3 questions, and you ask me 3, and he's like, okay, and I was like, why the hell didn't you buy any Jeju Doge? It's just like just funny. We were just asking each other funny questions.
You guys can hear me better, though, JD?
Yeah, here's great now. Yeah, sounds better.
Cool. Sorry, I was on speakerphone. I wanted to just touch back, about 5 minutes ago or so, you were getting emotional, and the gentleman had asked, or was talking about, how he's hating going to work and this and that. And I just wanted to bring up the concept that, and for some context is like, I still hustle, and like, I'm out driving pizzas right now, and, I'm making it work, but, I just want, I got a good thing here that helps me, replenish my account so that I can trade, so that I can go out and play music and do something that I love. There's many times, so I'm just hustling, and I want to bring the concept of, though, is to don't lose faith, but to prosper where you planted, of just, you got to look around and oftentimes just find the assets that are around you that can help you prosper with where you're at just right now. And it may seem bleak, but it's like when I was gonna go through my radiation or my bone marrow transplant and my chemotherapy, and I was very against it for a long time, and I did everything that was in my powers to cure my cancer with holistic means, but it still kept coming back, and I had to kind of just surrender and succumb that I might need some intervention from Western medicine.
I can see that really hard for me. I could be like, no, like I can beat this without the chemo. Like chemo destroys my cells, and like I could see me I would be like in ayahuasca. I'd be in some mount like trying to eat herbs but you're right.
Yeah.
Like and then what? Yeah, then what do you do? Like at one point, like you're like, I'm gonna die. Like I guess I got.
Yeah, I'm gonna die, and I don't really get into big depressions and stuff, but I was, really in like a 2-week depression in the hospital, and they were. I just remember they pumped this chemo into me that was like a blue dye. It had a blue dye to it, and this was like after I had tried so much. My mom took out her life savings to help me go through holistic treatments, and which wasn't much. Yeah. It was like $20,000.
That's a lot of money, man. Jesus.
Yeah.
That was 2 Bitcoins a few months ago.
Yeah, she paid a pre-penalty fee, so we had like 16,000. We used that up. We traveled down, we did everything we could. Let's just put it that way. And so then I'm back in the hospital 6 months later after, fleshing all this stuff out and really, really trying to do the holistic stuff. I had to surrender to it, and then I was getting that blue dye into my I saw it like go from my IV vein into my body, and I just shut down. I thought it was like, this is worse than living, is going to be suffering and puking again, because I'd already done all that stuff a couple of years prior, and I was like, here we go again, and they're telling me you got a 10 or 20% chance of living because you didn't get the treatment. This and this and that. I know this is a long-winded story. I apologize, but
no. The universe wants it to be said. Let it go.
And so but there was some angels that were at the hospital, like, and they do this lady Diana, and she did healing touch, and I would always let them come in and do energy work on me while I was in the hospital receiving my treatment, and she really changed my perception about surrendering and everything is an energetic force, and like maybe you don't see the chemo as like you're seeing it as this toxic energy and suffering, but it can also be like a cleansing of your, like it can be used in a good way. Like, yeah, it's toxic, but it can be the light that you need right now. And I really just embraced that and trusted her, and I prospered where I was planted in that situation, in the freaking hospital, in the exact place that was like, I'm gonna die. Like, I'm literally gonna die getting all this toxic chemicals. And I pulled out of my depression over a few weeks, and I found a new way to love life through some music and some songs. And I guess, and I to wrap this back up to even like my current situation, where this pizza job that I don't really love doing is also, it is my lifeline
to get to do the things that I do love to do, to also like invest in myself with even money that for a long-term plan, like even if it's, it's the whole thing too, like that Richest Man in Babylon book about, investing 10% into yourself, or maybe as much as you can, even if it's $10 a day,
Whatever it is, man.
I guess I'm saying, yeah, just don't lose faith is all I'm trying to say, and prosper where you're planted, and make the best of what you have right now. And what you said too is like, don't compare yourself. And that is so hard in this world we live into, where it's so easy to get on Instagram, and it's so easy to just see everything that you want to do at so fast. And it's almost like, you just got to you got to just see what's around, what assets you have. And the fact that you're here with us, honestly, is kind of a blessing to, in a sense, because like we're helping to bring that vibe and bring that, like we're all sharing our story too. Like we've, each person has a different sort of hell that they've gone through and that they're at right now. And maybe they're on the other side, and it's kind of our duty to help the others, see our light. There's that quote by Marianne Williamson. It's like, there's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that others feel insecure around you.
Yeah.
And so it's like, we have to, not, it's not the enlightened path to feel down. Basically, I'm just saying, like, we gotta make manifest, what, I forget the rest of that poem,
Well, you just sparked an idea for me. There was a famous poet who died. No one knew her. She wrote hundreds of poems. She died. No one even knew she wrote a poem. They went through her stuff and they found all her stuff. Emily Dickinson, man, and she wrote, "There's a certain slant of light, winter afternoons, that oppresses like the heft of cathedral tunes. Heavenly hurt it gives us, we can find no scar, but internal difference where the meanings are. None may teach it. Any, 'tis the sea despair. Any imperial affliction sent us of the air. When it comes, the landscape listens. Shadows hold their breath. When it goes, it's like the distance on the look of death." But like, to me, there is a certain slant of light. Let me to believe is, on my darkest days, if I can just open the door crack and let it in, I can begin to grow. If I can just, the candle really, a forest fire happens. All this stuff happens with one little piece of light. So a certain slant of light, like,
yeah, baby,
one Satoshi. I bought a couple Ethereum 4 or 5 years ago. Guys, I should still be at my job right now. I shouldn't have started a YouTube channel. I shouldn't have made this logo. I shouldn't have believed people would have listened to me. I shouldn't have streamed for free for almost 2 years. I was talking to someone the other day and I was like, we shouldn't even be having this conversation. Like, I created, like, this is all happening because I broke out. Like, I said enough was enough. And it's crazy. And again, it's not going to be easy. You will be challenged when you go on your own journey and you go on your own way. 110%.
Hey, yeah. With that thought right there, sorry I popped in and popped out.
No, this is great.
But my acupuncturist friend, he writes an amazing newsletter. I love it. I haven't read it in a while, but his is called the Yongkang Chinese Medicine Clinic. If somebody's listening and they want to DM me, I'll gladly link them to it. But he talks about going after your dreams. It's like setting out in a leaky boat for a distant horizon. And I think that's just like the perfect analogy, because, and it's like, it's just like, you don't know how you're going to get there. There's like freaking holes along the way and you're going to have to be scooping out water, but you go there because that sun's so beautiful, that distant horizon, I just think it's so good, and most people that will tell you, like, what crab mentality is. It's like if you set a bunch of crabs out, you go crab fishing and you set them out on a dock, and one of them starts to go back in the water, oftentimes the other crabs that are on the dock will try to grab that crab from getting back in the water. And that's kind of like some people that love you the most, like, your family. You've talked about it before, about your dad wanting you to you know, be an
Oh, guys, just so you
electrician.
know, I didn't get in. They sent me the email. I didn't get in. So, can't happen anyway. I had to tell my dad, hey, they rejected me, man. College grad,
Yeah,
Boston Latin, one of the most well-known, you know, historically educational high schools in the country. You know, have a degree, and I'm not good enough for the electrician union. So, there you go, man. My destiny was sealed. It was what it was.
Yeah, you're meant to do something, and you're good at what you do, already successful. But it's like the people that love you the most, they can't see your dream the way you see your dream. And if your dream is, you know, if your dream is to become an investor and like really take your finances into your own hand, like there's going to be so many. I can't count how many people have told me that trading and investing in stocks and all that, they're just like, oh, that's dangerous. That's like gambling. It's like, no, it's actually not. It can be, but if you're smart, like, you know, when
they're printing money this way, holding the dollars, gambling, they don't see it. They're not doing the math. Like, you got to do the math. Like, can you break down percentages? You know, it's like, it's funny you said that about my dad, because when I told him I didn't get in, he was hurt more than I was. He really thought he had me set up for a good pension and things are going to be great. And, you know, no, he thought, you know, he was like, damn, man, I feel so bad for you. Like, don't worry. He's like, well, I'm really proud of what you built here with your YouTube channel. And it's like, he texted me yesterday, and it was a link to lights, because Amazon Prime. And it's because he's with it now. Like, he gets it. He's like, well, my son's going to be on YouTube. So, like, he sent me a link to Amazon Prime. Like, hey, get some lights. It might be cheaper today than the other day. And it just, like, you know, it's just, like, it was just so cool. You know, like, love my dad, man.
Yeah, man.
Lifer, you've cried 3 times in the stream, man. It's a great day.
I'm trying not to, but it's
more
like,
than that.
I can't live a fake. I can't be fake. I don't know how to be fake. Like, been through so much with my pops, and I'm sure everyone has. I mean, the father and son dynamic is deep and complex, and
I still go through it, man.
Yeah, you know, eventually your dad will get too old. Like, you just got to take care of him at that point. That's kind of the stage I'm at, you know.
Yeah.
Stop cutting onions, man.
Yo, but guys, I appreciate every single one of you. Beautiful thing that we've created. We have helped many. Believe me, I get DMs every day. I get emails every day. If not, you know, you can teach someone how to trade, but if you can't teach them to believe in themselves, they're never going to make a good trade. And they're never going to become a good trader. Like, so like, as I know, my journey to trading came with me believing that I could change my life. Why the heck would I even play with this stuff? Right? So like, I know everyone that comes to my channel, not everyone, but a few people are a little lost. A few people are still trying to find their way. A few people don't know if this is gonna work, and you know, your mentality is gonna be really a big part of it. And I really think working out is huge. Waking up every day and making sure you move the mind, the body, is gonna help the mind. It's gonna give you endorphins and adrenaline and dopamine, and those are natural chemicals. And then you're gonna start using natural chemicals to feel naturally high, and then you're gonna use that. That's how I got out of depression, was to working out. I was battling with depression until I, you know, yeah.
So another thing I told you too this past weekend, meditation. You're on the charts, you're in the computer, you're talking all day long. Take an hour, half hour on your day and sit out that back porch and just breathe, just in silence. And then make sure you get that 6 to 7, 8 hours of sleep. You know, if you get 2 hours sleep, 3 hours sleep here, that's gonna mess your whole equilibrium up, man. It's gonna mess it's like, that's the most important thing is I think working out, sleep, and meditation. I really do. It works for me. I think it works for a lot. It will work for you.
Yeah, it's basic human nature. Everything right there is done with no technology. You don't need technology to work out. Pure raw nature.
Yeah, that's one thing that I totally agree with too, is like, and I'm totally guilty of this, is like sometimes I'll binge on the computer and the charts and all of that stuff, and I'll stay up late, and and then I'm just like, what am I doing the next day? Why did I do that? That wasn't really the best thing for me. But I know a lot of people, it kind of becomes cool. Like it kind of like, oh yeah, it's like, instead of going to the rave, we're like staying up all night here. So whatever, we're, instead of going to the bar, we're like doing this thing. And it's like, I think we got to remember that we're still humans, like Jesse was saying too. It's like we need to connect with fresh air, and we need to walk outside, take your shoes off, walk on the ground, and even if it's like some of the most successful people, business people, entrepreneurs, all those people, they take like 15-minute, or they'll even do like 5 minutes breaks every hour. They'll, you can study about, there's so many, follow all these people on Instagram, like successful business tips, or, just do a quick Google search and start adopting some of those things into your life. But I guess the whole thing is like, I remember a math teacher told me once, she was just like, if you're ever having a problem with a math problem or an algebra thing, she's like, just walk away for 10 minutes, go get some water, go have, go outside, do this, and come back, and you might look at the problem differently. And I tell you, I've taken that with me. If I'm working on a guitar solo, I'm working on, working on anything, that little bit break just helps you. Like, so just for anybody that's listening, just saying, like, get away from the charts sometimes. That's sometimes the best thing you can do. Like, you don't have to binge on it all the time, So
He said, if you don't coach yourself, you will not live up to your expectations. Get out of your head as often as possible.
God, I can't tell you how many times she will get, my wife, bless her heart, lives in her head. I mean, she will have conversations that never took place. And I'm reminding her, get out of your head, talk, get it out, get it out. If you get stuck in your head, you're going to be locked out of life that's going on around you. And your awareness is going to be narrowly focused, and you're going to miss a lot of things. You're going to miss a lot. You can't stay in your head. You got to get out. You got to talk. You got to share. You got to ask questions. Got to ask questions.
I'm going to leave. We're going to round this up. I want everyone to say, what's the last book everyone here has read? I thought that'd be interesting. Like, everyone could say the last book that they read.
Sir Alex Ferguson, autobiography.
Interesting.
Let's see, the last book that I read, The Bitcoin Standard.
There you go. Yeah.
Guys, right here, great book on tyranny. Very short.
Oh.
History lesson on tyranny and on what's going through. It kind of like shows you what's going on right now in this day and age, and how these things kind of repeat themselves. History always repeats itself.
It doesn't.
Sorry,
it will keep repeating until the humans start to learn.
That's right.
Right.
I have to admit, I don't think I've read a book in like 5 years, man. It's so horrible. Like, I'm going to say it out loud. Like, I read sections of books, ideas, and that's sad for me because, I sit down, I start reading, and then I'm like thinking, but that's something I should do, man. I should get a book and get 10 pages in a day, and that's like I claim I have ADHD, I can't sit down. I keep making excuses why I can't sit down and read a book, and I love to read,
I was the same way, Sam. I'd have to read the same page like 6 times. Like, I'd be in my own head. You just got to do it. You got to sit down. Relax.
Yeah. Make a space. I do have like a rocking chair in the corner, and that's going to be my, like, where I want to read. I made it, and I have a little light on top. It's all there for me to go sit down and read. But then I'm like, I got to give charge. Honestly, the Patreon too is like, when you have a Patreon, you feel like there's 100 people looking into your house at all times. You feel like if I don't give them enough, they're going to leave, and then I'll have to go back to work, right? So you're like, oh my God, like it's just like, it's pressure. It's a lot of pressure that, you don't think about at first when you go on your own. Like, you're like, I'm going to do me, and shout out to all my Patreons, man. You guys have no idea. Like, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Like, from the bottom of my heart. I'll continue to bust my butt like every single day. Even these.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just to talk about the book thing. Yeah, I was glad you said
the same thing. Like I was just say, what's the last book that I finished?
I should have said that. I should have said that. That would be easier to get out. What's the last book that I finished? Yeah, you go ahead. It's gonna take me a minute.
The last book I finished was The Alchemist, and then I was working on The Pilgrimage. That was the last book that I worked on. So that was
yeah. The Richest Man in Babylon was probably one of the right, and then The Warrior of the Light. That was one of the last books that I read. Great book. It's really just, it's an awesome book. It just has saying each time about like getting to where you need to go in life, and each page is just like kind of like more of like a proverb about being the warrior of the light. And it's like it says things like the warrior of the light knows that there's times when no one believes in him but himself, but he pushes on. Like it's a great book for like going on your own and finding yourself. Like it's because it talks about all the pitfalls you hit and how those make you stronger. Like the warrior of the light doesn't even hate his enemy. It says he loves his enemy, for his enemy teaches him how to be stronger. Like it is such a great book. Like I don't know. I love that book, man. Warrior of the Light. You could even just keep it around and read pages like anytime you want, just to like reinforce how you feel. You know. Oh my guys, I know you guys have places to go, things to do, and people to see. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Jose, if you want to say any last words, just to like, you know.
Well, I didn't say any book because it was a Portuguese book, so most of you won't know it. But it's an author that is, it seems like Dan Brown, you know.
Dan Brown, yeah, kind of like okay.
And he was
like
talking about the Bible and stuff that was written there, so something like a novel with mystery on top of it. Yeah,
that sounds pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Well, we should maybe, like, you know, see in a month what, you know, where we've all come with our books that we've read. Yeah, we'll reconvene on it.
There you go. There you go.
Start a book club.
Yeah. Couldn't go to my book club during the pandemic. I read that on a forum. Now my book club, we have to stand 8 feet apart in the park. Sorry, I just.
That's so damn funny, man.
Jesus. Shout out to all the people in the book club. We love you. We love you. We love you.
That's right. Book club's good. Book club is good.
I'm gonna lose 1,000 subscribers right now. To all book club owners. We know no one reads a book that's in no crypto lifers. All you do is look at charts. You guys don't read books. Let's get real. You only read Trading Vision and like trading books. Like,
the only book I read is Trading View.
Yeah. The only book I read is the order book.
Yeah.
new book comes out every day. Trading View.
Yeah.
Well, I do read the real book a lot.
What'd you say?
I said I do read the real book a lot, which is like it's a bunch of jazz chord lead sheets.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, you're reading music every day. That's funny.
No, not every day, but I should.
This guy says, I lived in the ghetto of East Las Vegas, and now my wife and I have a beautiful house and money. I thank God every day. Yeah, man. I feel you, bro. All right, guys, we're going to say 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life. I'm going to go through the chat. Audible is a must. Have books to read you. I think I'm just going to get Audible and just listen to books. I have been listening. I've been listening to books, actually. So I've been reading. I've been doing a lot of listening. So I do listen to books. And, yeah.
Great to see you all. Sometimes you just need to listen and not talk, because I'm sure you talk enough during the day, you know?
Well, what's funny is we're going to end this now, and my wife's going to want to have a talk. And I'm going to tell her I need to go outside and meditate for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I'm going to go outside right now and sit on a bench, and I'm going to just listen to the birds and look at the sun, and I'm going to rest my mind. And then I'm going to come back, probably send some charts in for the lifers, you know, look at Bitcoin. And then I'm going to have to talk to my wife, and then my daughter's going to want some time, and then so on and so forth. And then I have a tutoring session at like 3 o'clock. So I'll be using my voice all day long, you know, and that's, you know, that's what I chose to do.
Can I make a suggestion for you?
Yeah.
So go do your meditation, then talk to your wife, and then do the charts.
No, that's what I'm going to do, but she's going to bombard me right now. and I'm gonna have to like say I need. But also she wants it. You know, she's gonna be like, you didn't look at your baby once yet this morning. You woke up at 8:30, you watered the grass, you started your live, and your baby's upstairs. Say hi to your baby. You know, she's a good woman. She's a great woman. I love you guys so much, man. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for all the subscribers. Thank you for everyone here still watching. 111 people hung out all the way to the end. Unbelievable. But 10K subscribers today. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. I don't know. Did it look like we lost 2 and went back to 998? No. Okay, we're at 10K. Shout out to everyone here. Much appreciated. If you listen and you got something out of this, that's all we cared about. Wise advice there, prioritizing the wife, said Kevin Tam. Yeah, oh yeah. It's the best. Sorry, my thing dropped out. Was an interesting meeting at the round table. Great to see you all, lifers. I wish I could read more. Just don't get time. I'm always on the move. All right, so we're going to say 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life. Oh, summer. Oh, crypto is life. And summer is here for the end. Okay, guys, ready? 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next live stream. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it.
I know you're there.
She knows Nikolai. All right, everyone, we're out of here. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on the live stream. Don't worry about these tanks and these dumps. Crypto will survive, man. I'm telling you right now. Market makers will do their thing, and crypto will survive. Mark my words. And we will all make it out on the other side.
Daddy, ready to go to the movie theater?
We go at later today, baby.
Oh, come on.
Took a year off, and then the perfected time connected with Lifer. I found my teacher. Yeah, thank you so much, man. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for all the love. Crypto is life. Say crypto is life. You're the last one.
Crypto is life. What happened?
Yeah.
What happened?